Good evening. Hi, Surfer.
Hey, Nick, dollars a month to live on, and then you have to kind of budget what you use it with. But it looks like everything's going away from this concept of you will own nothing by 2030 and be happy. Everything will
And
be a subscription, including Walmart.
that's true, but that's a lot of where this act is going. Is the government does not want us to own anything, and they're trying to make it harder for us to own anything, and that it's included small business. So
Yeah.
Hi, Christopher Dubois is how I think it's pronounced. It's not Du Bois, unless yours is Du Bois, but I know it to be Dubois. Tell me if I'm right.
Silent S, right?
It's a very French word. Yes, I know a lot of Dubois in my Dubois. I love that name, and it means.
Okay, but how do you do it with the Boston accent?
With a Boston accent, you don't speak Canadian French with a Boston accent. That's Canadian French. Does. That's so like my dad is French, so you'd hear him say like my name Nicole. He would say Nicole, not Nicole. It's Nicole, or like when he says no, it's like no. So it's correct. Hi, shiny Chinaman. So it's of the wood. Yes, I do know that for a fact. Yes. But yes. Well, we do have a guest, and I think we've let him sit in there for like 18 minutes. Maybe we should. I think he feels trapped.
Okay, he's got a message for everybody. I think we better share that.
Just say no to CBDC. Sure. Absolutely.
So I think that's hilarious. Well,
yeah.
This is Sean Precious Bullions in the house here. Mods, if you could. Mods on both channels, if you guys could put Sean's link in there to his channel, that'd be great.
Yes. I appreciate that.
And did you guys see my new bling?
Oh, I did see it the other day, but let's.
You did. My new, and I wore that around my neck the whole game, and that thing is heavy. But I mean, I wore it with pride.
So is it all metal?
Oh yeah. Why do you think I got it? It's gold.
Oh,
I mean. Yeah. Of course, it's not real gold, of course, but I mean, I want
to. That's like a wrapper, like
I know.
Nick bling.
I would really like to have one of those, like in real life, like real gold, because I would wear that thing with my grill.
Goodness.
You know, because we were talking about grills, but oh my gosh, you guys, we went to the Celtics game this week, and so much fun. Those games it was just amazing, and we had great seats. So we're dying to go again. So my daughter already has me looking for tickets again. And now, because again, they're playing the Pistons again. That's who we saw. They're in Detroit tonight. And the seats that we had are well over $1,000 a piece. And I told her, I don't think so. Wait until next year.
Playoffs, maybe if you get into playoffs
where you were at, and I was like, it's for 4-figure tickets, and we were looking for you on TV. We thought you saw you on the camera with the show in the crowd. A girl looked just like you, but you're like, nah, that wasn't me.
No, that wasn't me. Gold, maybe we were in Boston. We went to see the Red Sox play. Hi, Red Light. I'm sorry, the Celtics.
My company has a box.
Yes, those are expensive because those are called.
I found out how to get access to it, but I don't think I'm going to make it this year.
How do you get access to it? Because we are friends and we're like family.
I know. So we might have to finagle something. We work with a lot of banks.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So maybe I'll invite Mr. Nick.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, does the company want it in on some banks? Because my husband's bank is actually growing.
Good.
They are moving more into the further down the south. So they had a great year this year, and thank you, Jesus, because that goes with the bonuses on how much money they make, in especially commercial lending. So,
but does that translate to more silver and gold for your household, or
no, because Mr. Nick does not try to get any money out of him. No, it does not happen.
You Scrooge McDuck over there without the gold. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's going all like Bitcoin on us, right?
Over there.
Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Mr. Nick's all Bitcoin for you, right?
No, no. He's
I'm just trying to get some eye rolls, Nick.
Oh, okay, because
you want to eye roll? Hey, did your husband ever get Bigfoot to get an account with your bank yet?
Bigfoot?
And he's been asking him for a long time. Come on, where is it?
Now the
Big
eyes
foot.
are.
Come on,
She's holding the eyes really
Look,
tight.
no, I mean, it's not an eye. I
She
can't
was
be.
trying to process what I was saying. Wait, Bigfoot and the cat with my husband. Wait, what's going on
It
here?
can't. Oh, I don't. It can't be. It can't be forced. It just
Well,
happens. I can't think about it.
Bigfoot's sitting on a lot of gold, man. He's been sitting on that gold with generations of wealth under them caves. So,
Surfer, who has better hair, Nick or me?
I've got contention for hair. I've got
Okay,
the long
so
hair.
Craig, I know they lost big time in that tournament
I
today.
got
They did not
the
play very well.
Glorious playing.
SPB's got more hair than Nick and Surfer put together.
I don't know if he has more hair than I do.
It's kind of thinny, but I don't know. It might be longer than yours. It's close. It's close.
Mine is very long. It's poofy right now, so it's not
Yours looks a lot better than mine. I'll just say that.
If banks continue to fail, okay, let's see what Craig just said. Let's read
that's
this.
good.
If banks continue to fail, it will come down to, yes, I mean,
yeah.
Surfer and I kind of, differ on this a little bit, and Mr. Nick's coming downstairs as we speak.
Oh, he heard his ears are burning. He heard something.
Yeah, because my phone went out, so I texted him and said, "You don't have to be a member to participate." I like that.
Take it now.
Well, my answer to that question, Nick, is this: everything seems to consolidate. Every industry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have no doubt that the banking industry will consolidate at some point.
Mr. Nick just interrupted and said it already has.
Yes, it's already started.
Already started. Thank you, Mr. Nick. That's your
name.
Will
it happen tomorrow or next week or this year? Go down to 3 banks? I don't think so. Like, that would be catastrophic.
Right, but I think that is going to happen, but it's going to be very slowly. So
very slowly, yes.
But again, hi, Papa York. With the banking system, it's just like regular business too. You're going to have some fail just because it's just business.
Sure.
Right. And that's just normal business. But again, there are some that are doing very well right now. So I don't think it's going to, do you have anything to add? Do you want to add? Okay.
Add something.
I'm waiting for like a sign, like a paper sign to come by the side with some words on it.
No, yeah. So a lot of this information, though, I do get from Mr. Nick, but we have regular business where people they run things and sometimes it's not run well. So it's going to go under just like a normal business would.
I agree. So here's the risk I see. The risk I see is it's not a number of banks consolidating or going under at the same time. It's sentiment of the people. What you have to be careful of, and I'll never tell people to go take all their cash out of the bank. That's stupid. You got to have enough cash to operate.
Yes.
Some of you need the income that comes off of high yield savings accounts to survive because you're maybe retired or you need the extra income. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. What I am going to say, though, is if there's a fear of runs on the bank, that's where you start to have the issues. So even if you only have 2 or 3 banks that have a problem, if there's enough fear in the market from people that they go and try to take their money out, that's what can cause issues. Because like my family's business, my family's savings and loan that went down, the assets still stayed the same from Friday to Sunday. We just didn't have enough reserves on Friday night. And so the FDIC took it over and handed it over to another bank. The assets never changed. People never lost the money in their accounts. It just, the people that own shares in the bank are who lost out.
Right.
Switched from one to the other.
And
people need to realize that.
I don't know if so my husband's bank is not shareholder owned. So they're able to project and do different things because they're not trying to make money for the shareholders.
That is actually a massive difference just in business in general.
They're not playing on
when you're owned privately, you do what's going to help you
to be best for the bank, and you're not slave to shareholders. So much like a credit union. So, what he always suggests is go for those smaller regional banks that are not shareholder owned, and you're going to have a healthier bank in general.
Yeah, I agree.
And for example, we'll just use this as an example because the Boston Celtics play in the TD Garden. And of course, you know what TD is, a bank. And and I'll tell you, my husband's always like, get away from those banks, get away from Bank of America, get away from TD Bank.
Doesn't TD sound like a disease?
Well, now that you say that, kind of.
Or a
Kind of a little bit. Ugh, I don't.
Not me.
But that is something that you should look into, is to see if your bank is shareholder owned or.
Well, so here's the thing I'll throw out there. I don't know of a single bank that I would say you can't go to, you can't use. I'm not aware.
Well, I would say never say you can't.
No, I know they're on a blackout list, but my experience has been the bigger banks tend to give a little less interest. You get better interest with some of the smaller banks. The bigger banks tend to do more variety of investing, and sometimes they can be more risky. A lot of the regionals are getting themselves into trouble, but there's also a lot of regionals that are smaller that are pretty tight. And unions that function. So your husband's bank sounds like it kind of functions more like even like a credit union than it probably does.
But they have assets, but it's just really well run, and you can go on websites and to see how much the assets they have. I mean, and how well the health of your bank.
Yeah. So there's the company that question, though, it depends on how many loans they made to office complexes and to, buildings that had.
Again, it's right. It's the type of loans that they do. Whether they're doing commercial loans as far as new construction, whether they're doing a lot goes into it, and the health of the bank is going to be on the diversity of the type of loans that they do, and it's mostly with commercial. It's not so much in real estate that you're going to really see the health of the bank.
Nick, one point just to make with this too is you got to realize too, banks have brand names. And so a lot of times when you see them merge, you really don't know which one is really running things anymore, because they may decide to use the other names. So like TD, I don't think TD's gone away, but it has been purchased by Charles Schwab. So at some point with the TD name change, you may not hear it, you may hear something different.
Right. I visited TD North in Boston. I love Boston. I love Boston too. We had a great day. It was really nice because they have a really nice complex there, because they tore the old Boston Garden down and built this new facility, and like, so the train goes right in there. You don't have any traffic. Right. It was just a great day. And like shopping areas around. It was nice.
Well, the weather's been really good too.
Oh my gosh, until yesterday, we were pounded with snow. I mean, it's like it's been 40, 50, 60 degrees here. And then all of a sudden now I'm in like 2 feet of snow, and we're expecting 12 inches this weekend. So,
oh my gosh,
it's not Maine unless it's snowing in March.
Yeah, that's kind of late, isn't it? Or do you guys usually have snow in March?
Sometimes we will, but then it'll turn.
It's almost April. You're going to have snow in April if you're not careful.
Well, yeah, you're telling me. Tell the man up above, because I don't want any more.
Well, is the man up above in charge of that right now, or is the man in California?
I don't know, Sean. Or I've actually had some calls saying that they think it's somebody else is doing it, and it's not God, that somebody else is creating the weather, but I don't know who.
This is not conspiracy theory. We in California openly do cloud seeding, and that's it's not hidden. It's not fake news. We do it to try to bring the rain, and we've had a ton of rain this year. So I would imagine there's been a fair amount of that going on.
I do not ski West Texas Stacker. I find cross-country skiing boring, although I can do it. But I don't downhill ski, but I do snowboard. I like that better.
I ski. The snowboarding thing, I just about killed myself.
Really? I think it's a lot easier than skiing downhill.
It is easier. I went on 2 icy of a day, and it should be more like surfing. I like to surf, but I need to get back up there on a good day.
Well, you would think because of surfing that you would actually like to.
I just never took. I've only surfed for 7 years.
Right.
I grew up skiing.
So, Gold Maple just said TD Bank is the third largest. That is the Canadian bank. I forgot that is the Canadian bank.
Canadian bank, yeah. It's huge.
Hi, Twitch Radio, and I just saw coins making sense. Good to see you. But yeah, I forgot that was a Canadian bank. I know a lot of people have been upset with TD Bank, and I know there was one. I think it was Bank of America that they had a class action lawsuit because of fees that they were charging. They were overcharging some fees on accounts, and they lost big. But I don't know.
I don't know, Bodie. That would be really cool, though, guys. I don't, though.
I think the TD Bank, the TD stands for Trudeau's disaster.
I don't think so. It's something else.
I don't.
It could be.
I ride motorcycles.
That means.
And
So,
yes, Christopher, I'm in Maine. Hi, long-lived queen.
But honestly, like talking about the bank stuff, though, guys, look, here's the key. Number one is make sure you're below the FDIC limits so that you're insured. Number two is if you've got a lot of money or you have the ability to, it's always good to spread your risk out among different banks. I like the idea of having a credit union, having a large bank, and having a regional bank. That's kind of what I'm working on for myself right now. I'm moving away from just a big, large bank to spread out my risk a little bit. The other thing is be your own bank. You can be your own bank. You're not going to earn yield, but you might be able to get some good advantage if you've got gold and silver and cash just to have. Make sure you secure it. But I think the reality here is just understand how banks work. Understand the health and history of your bank. So if your bank is publicly traded, you can go and look up the annual reports. You can see how the stock's doing. You can see how people are projecting where it's going to go.
Not all of them are, though. You're not going to see on the stocks, though, how the stocks are doing on all of them.
No, you have to read the annual reports to understand where things are going, and then the quarterly reports to see, are they projecting better earnings, lower earnings? Now, with a bank like where Mr. Nick works, where they may not be reporting that information, go talk to the bank owner.
And they will give you that information. They will give you that information. All you have to do is ask. But we're still with a small regional bank, and with his bank. And the reason why we were with another bank is because we didn't want to bank with his bank. We want to have some privacy too of our own, instead of everybody in the bank knowing what's going on as well. But because of, TD and Bank of America, we just decided to stay with his bank. It's just a better bank. But usually he likes to use a different bank just for privacy reasons.
Yep. And so it's just common sense for it. Now, also remember that the limit for FDIC is $250,000 for an individual account. If you have a trust, though, you can go up to, I think it's $250,000 per, not trustee, but and
I would suggest I wouldn't put it all.
But
I don't know if I'd put all of that and leave that in the bank. It really doesn't make sense.
But look, I mean, if you had $50 million.
Oh my God. I mean,
you're probably not going to have $50 million of gold in your house, to be honest.
No,
right?
no, I'm not. But if anybody in this chat has $50 million, call me.
I'm not joking.
and I'll help. We'll figure out what you need to do with it.
Yeah.
Bro,
but Sean's the only one I know that stacks a bunch of bricks. But Sean, you're the only one I know that stacks bricks behind your head there. What are those?
And Michael?
Oh, you got these over here?
Yeah, what are all those bricks?
That's my little project.
Okay.
It's all aluminum blocks. It's all
aluminum blocks
per project. Yeah.
This is what
Toronto domination.
Yeah.
Or Dominion.
Dominion.
I mean, domination, huh? Wow.
Yeah, it is domination. It's Justin Trudeau's domination of his country.
But Nick, to the point we were talking about, though, and Sean too, like Canada, I believe, has fewer banks than the United States does. I think we're around 4,500 banks, and I could be wrong. I'm not in Canada, but I think there's fewer banks up in Canada. I think there's more consolidation that's happened up there.
Yeah, a lot more things the banks up there going on than they have down here.
No.
I wish I lived in a time where I could go and get a Morgan in the Peace Dollar from my local bank. That would be amazing.
That would be really awesome.
That would be really awesome.
That would make coin.
So Nick, I got a question for you.
Sure. Let's look at this first real quick. See what you think.
Go for it. Let's see. Stag and Surf, I saw a thing on a whistleblower. She said that they see the clouds with chemicals. So it's
people are not ready, man.
They're in order to see the clouds, they put like aluminum and other junk in there that
heist.
They got to find clouds that are already there, and then they put these chemicals in there to try to get them to basically condense more and then start to drop water and rain.
It's making chemical reactions in the sky, man.
It is, but here's the thing: that stuff comes down in the rain, so your rainwater is not purified, either. So that's a problem.
Let me be quiet.
Yeah.
Silver Heist. I was in Boston Garden Monday night, and man, the new Boston Garden. That was the first time I've been in the new Boston Garden, and that is amazing. Oh
They
my
made it
God.
really
I'm
fan friendly.
addicted. I mean, I'm going to have to find somebody where I can buy. Now, my husband's bank, they don't have a box there, but they do at Fenway. But to be honest with you, I think I want to be on the floor and in the crowd like we were, because that's where the excitement is. You know, you get to see, we were
Oh, yeah.
we were basically almost like reach out and touch a basketball player. That's how close we were. It was amazing. It was really great.
Welcome.
Hi, Can. Good to see you.
To your point, I like to be down on the floor, or
Yeah,
I like
to
be over the dugout if I can at a ball game, or I like to be in the outfield, right field or left field, just to try to catch some balls. However, if you can get into a box, you get wined and dined pretty nicely.
Yeah, but that's
the trade-off. Are you there to hang out and just talk and chat it up and get a little game in, or are you there for the game?
No, but we did have somebody that came sat behind us, and they came like within the second quarter, and then they left in the beginning of the fourth. But they were bringing clients in, and it was two people from China because they did not speak any English, and then you had these other two Americans there, and you could but they knew basketball. You could tell that these guys knew basketball, so that was their language, kind of to bring them together for this business. Because I kind of listened, I was kind of getting nosy a little bit. Because I wanted to know why they came to the game so late. Because I was like, that's just a no-no, especially when you have seats like this. Why are you coming in the second quarter? And
when you get that kind of money,
like that though, Nick. Like
exactly,
the seats right there on the floor a lot of times don't fill up until you get into the second quarter. It's crazy.
I know. Well, then they may have, of course, they're probably got money. So,
Sure,
but it was interesting. It was interesting to see, and I was trying to see what business they were in, but I didn't. But what kind? Let's see.
So do we want to ask some questions? We could also talk about coin store etiquette. I know we had that up.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, I want to hear the story that you talked about. Awesome. Last time I was in the old Boston Garden, we saw. Couldn't see the I think and Nickel, yes, the University of Maine lost today to Ohio, but like big time. We listened to that in the office too as we were listening to the
well, the last thing I'll say on basketball though, Nick, if you've never done it, I think it's worth splurging and paying the money to get.
It's exciting. It was fun.
4 rows of a professional basketball game, guys. You can hear the players talking to each other.
You can, and they were talking junk to the Celtics, and the Pistons aren't even that good to be able to talk junk. And it was funny. But again, just start at the beginning of the season looking for your tickets. They're not that expensive if you're a good shopper and you shop around, and be careful of the fees that they add. So I found a site where you go on and buy the tickets, and the fees are already included. So you don't get to the end and it's like an extra $100 a ticket because of all the fees and then the taxes and so on. And too, if you know season ticket holders, sometimes they can't always go to the game. So that's my tips to find.
I think that's awesome. So a quick little promotion thing. If you guys haven't done so already, please hit the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Mods, if you could on my channel put Nick's link to Nick's channel as well as to Sean's, and also on Nick's channel, if you can put a link to mine and to Sean's would be great.
Hi, namaste.
Appreciate you guys. Anytime you hit subscribe and then you hit the bell icon, it'll help you know when we're doing shows like this and any of the other videos we put out there for you.
So last night we good night, Christopher Dubois.
Thanks for coming.
So we had on the news again last night another tractor trailer rolled over on 95, and they hit some ice. So I was going to give you the pictures to show you the pictures of the one that because they finally put that on the news too a couple days later, and I was going to show you the one that rolled over on 95 when I was trying to get down.
So let's talk about that. So I tried to meet Nick for the second time. We're going to try a third time.
And I mean, I was on my way down. I did get to see my sister. I stopped at her house.
She was on her way down to meet me at Tim's, Tim Marshner's store, the coin and stamp shop, I believe is what it's called.
Oh, really?
And so when you go there, if you're going there and you're a stacker and, send Yankee an email and let him know you're coming to the store, you might be able to get on one of his shows. So I let him know I was coming down, and Nick was coming too. We were hoping to get there early so we could, pull a prank on Yankee.
On Yankee, right.
And but he also told me, Nick, we have to be careful because per going behind the countertop is very problematic for insurance and things like that.
Oh,
so
darn.
Well, there may be ways to finagle something.
Yes. Well, I did talk to Tim. I called the shop and was able to speak with him, and he promised me a VIP parking spot that even Yankee doesn't get.
There's one spot in front of the shop,
and then he said I could have it.
Everybody else has to go, around the corner on the other street.
And then Yankee was parked behind the shop.
Yeah, he was.
So I got myself an in on the VIP parking.
Nice.
So I saw Yankee, and I didn't know it was him until I saw his hands.
Now, on the video that you guys were in, was that person from Maine?
No, well, I don't know where he was from, but the people behind were the ones. You didn't really hear them on the video, but the people behind were the ones from Maine that almost got stuck.
Okay. So I agree. What Heis said. I could be an employee.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so there's a way to do it, Nick. It's not completely a no. It's just something that you can't just jump behind the countertop. You got to talk to him and kind of.
I wouldn't jump behind the counter. I would walk.
No, I'm just saying. I was like, Yankee, you're not going to jump behind the countertop.
Right. Anyway. Here I come. So, I have to tell you though, when I was in Ohio, I went to this coin store, and I literally did do that though. They had so much on the floor behind the case, and I wanted to see what was that. I was like laying on top of the case, and it was glass, but I'm not that heavy, so I felt comfortable doing that, and I was like bend over, look at what was behind there.
So here's what you missed. Look at this.
So a Buffalo bar.
A Buffalo bar, which was really cool. I've never seen Buffalo bars before.
I'm not allowed
to put my forehead to get
pretty cool.
Get it to show up. But it's funny because he had some of these, and I'm like, yeah, those look good. Let's grab some of those. And he's like, I think I'm all out. And he goes around the corner, and he's got like a freaking box of these things. So I thought that was pretty funny. But so coin store etiquette. I have been to many different coin stores. I've seen some stupid stuff happen there. I've seen disrespectful stuff happen. And then I've also seen some really cool stuff happen where you've got locals that like to come in on a regular basis and they just chill.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm happy to describe some of my situations I've been in. If you have questions, I can answer questions, Nick. How did you want to go about it?
Well, no, I just tell the story of the first.
Let me tell the first story that that kind of brought.
Because I think this is what got the ball rolling on us talking about this, and to think that people do you think that they didn't know any better?
Well, okay, so here's the deal, guys. Look, there's blatant things that you see, and then there's things you kind of perceive. This is something I perceived. So I do not have 100% knowledge that this is exactly what happened, but
Yankee, you guys were pretty much on the.
I looked at Yankee afterwards, and he looked at me, and we were both like, "Yeah, we know what happened." So,
we know what's going on. Yeah,
we're sitting there at Tim's store. We've already filmed a couple sections of video. Okay, and here's an etiquette for going to Tim's store when Yankee's there. Put your phone away. Put your camera away. Yankee does not want his face on the video. I know every once in a while there's a little blip, and some of you know kind of what he looks like. It's a respect thing, right? So when I go there, I don't pull all my camera equipment out. It stays in my backpack, and I talk to Yankee, and Yankee says, let me film it for you, and I'll put it on my channel, and, we'll make a fun video out of it. I said, great. That'll probably be better than me.
Yeah, but again, though, and think about that, too. Are you going to walk into any other coin store with your camera out anyway? So
no, but I'm just...
so why would you... So
what I'm saying is don't pull it out when you're, like...
No, I understand, but,
someone that doesn't show their face at a thing, it's probably not a good idea to ask for a picture with them. They're probably not going to be okay with that.
And that's true. But, hopefully, but in another store, we're not going to literally, so don't do that there.
Not walk into a coin store with your camera out or your phone out and taking video, guys. That's like, that looks really suspicious. But anyway, so I go in there, we start filming some of this. A gentleman comes in, that's older, that I think is like, in the medical area kind of field or had some experience. And then another guy came in, that had medical issue, and I'll kind of leave it at that. And so I asked if there was a stool by me, and I said, hey, do you want to use this stool for him? And he goes, I'm going to take it anyway. Like, this guy was kind of rude to me, and it was really weird. And then after a little while, we find out this guy has a medical issue that needs to get addressed immediately. So we're kind of in this funky thing that's going on, and they kind of help this guy, and he's out the door, and I'm hoping he makes it to the hospital in time. I don't know if he did. And these other two gentlemen are talking. One of them has brought in a box of silver, about like a shoebox amount of silver, and is talking about all these cool silver bars that he has that he wants to sell to Tim. Well, this guy knows that Tim's probably not going to pay him retail for it because Tim's running the business. The other guy that walked in is talking to this guy that has all this silver, and he realizes that he can probably buy it from this guy for less than what Tim's going to charge, right? And so these two guys just kind of disappear, and they say, we're going to go check on this guy that went to the hospital. And this was like 20 minutes later, and they both just took off.
Yeah.
And I look at Yankee, and Yankee looks at me, and he's in the middle of filming something. And he's just like, gosh, So, here's the etiquette that I'll kind of describe with this. When you're at a coin store, if someone's bringing coins in, it is not appropriate, in my opinion, and I think in the store's opinion and just about anybody else's opinion, you can't come in there and say, hey, I'll pay you more than what the store is going to pay you. Let's go outside. If you run into someone before they get into the store, I would say that's free game. But when you're inside that store, they're already there.
Yeah, and I guess maybe even the prior to is still kind of just don't put it, where everybody can see. I mean, just do it a little bit discreetly. I mean, There's something about doing it in front of everybody, and that just is kind of just really rubs me the wrong way.
Totally.
But with that being said, if they're outside doing these deals, protect yourself. You don't know if that stuff's real.
I agree. So
yourself into when they're like, yeah, I'll sell it to you.
I'm just saying that if it's outside, it's kind of a little bit like gray area. But to your point, Nick, you don't know this person, right?
You don't know if their stuff is real, and sometimes they don't even know if it's real.
There you go. Don't lurk over someone else's deal either. So if someone is talking to let's say they're like, hey, you've got one gold buffalo left, and someone's talking to them there. You don't go around and say, hey, I've got my money right now. I want that gold buffalo. You wait your turn. Right. Or if you overhear someone talking about something, don't insert yourself into the conversation. That's not your transaction.
Right. But a lot of times people are inheriting these things, and it's not always what it seems when you go into a store either, and they're bringing something and they're saying, oh, it's not worth anything. I mean, how many times have people heard that? Yeah,
this is another example. If you guys are at coin shows, what goes on in the coin store is very similar to a coin show. Okay. So if you want to make deals at a coin show, show up early, right when that thing opens, and go talk to dealers and see if you can, arrange something with them. Right. Once they're in the process of trying to sell to people, you do not take people from other people. Even if your stuff's a little bit less expensive, it is not appropriate to come up and do that.
Wouldn't that
Where
be
are
nice?
you going to find gold in a dumpster?
Well, Yankee did a video where a woman had found a gold in a dumpster, correct? Yeah.
That was like once in a million right there.
I would like to find one of those too.
Computer parts, that's about it, really, yeah.
But also, when you're going into a coin store too, and you're bringing a lot of coins in, and you want them to be appraised by the shop owner, know it's going to take time, and let them have that time. The more that they can look and stuff, it may be in your best benefit for them to research something. But a lot for that time, and it can take a lot of time.
Yeah. So someone else mentioned in here, it's already disappeared on me. It said, a public parking lot is a public parking lot. I agree, guys. Look, the problem is that if you don't have a verifier with you, you don't know if it's real silver. You don't know if
it's real or not.
If you're the one with silver, you don't know if that person's got a gun and they're going to hold you up and steal your silver and take it away from you.
And a parking lot's a parking lot. Then go somewhere else. Why were you initially in that particular parking lot? It's a
little bit sketchy stuff. But you got to realize they're doing business, guys. So you just have to look out for that. Now, I'll go to Liberty Coin in Huntington Beach, and there's a few people in there that are regulars. And what's been kind of fun, I'm not doing a YouTube channel to be famous. I really didn't want to be famous. And then I put my face out here and I'm like, great. But a couple of the people recognized me and they said, yeah, I've seen your videos. Now, they didn't come up to me and say, hey, surfer, how are you? Sign this for me. They just said, I've seen your videos. They're cool. And I said, well, thank you. And we had a little chat, and they were in there just sitting in the seats, just hanging out to see what's going on. They come in every couple days and they're chatting it up. And so the other thing I would say is get to know your local coin store, get to know the owner, get to know the people that work there, get to know the people in the community that come on a regular basis. that's when you could potentially have other things that you can share and find and work with. The coin store doesn't always want to buy everything you have, or they may not be able to give you the best deal for it. Some of them may not take platinum, for example. I've done a few videos with Sean on platinum. Not every coin store wants platinum. So if you find out the coin store doesn't want platinum and there's someone else in there that has some interest in it, then you could make a deal, on the side there. They're going to be fine with that.
Yeah, I think the last comment about making a appointment for appraisal, I think that's very key too. With the business like a coin store where it's every day something new and you're basically working on the in and outs of customer relations and stuff.
I agree.
It's very rude for someone to bring in, like you said, like a gigantic box of like 1,000 different U.S. mint sets, bunch of different silver and gold that you just have so much of time, because that person's going to have to take, depending on the amount of employees in that store, and let's keep it real, most coin stores have less than 20 employees or less than 5. So most of them are busy doing other stuff. So,
and that's true, but again,
hour or two to look through it all. So you got to make sure you don't just walk in there because you're just end up wasting your time. Where they're saying,
and for seasoned coin collectors, we know better, right? To make appointments, but sometimes people are green and they really don't know what they have or what they're doing, so they're gonna just walk in. And sometimes we've got to be patient. Us as the seasoned need to be patient with those going in that are green and don't pretty much know what they're got themselves into.
So Nick, I got a question for you too. So, and this is a question to me, but this is a Morgan dollar right here that I've got. For one, the fake one looks even better than this real one that I have.
It's also a jeweler, so
there you go. So there's a real Morgan dollar. So how would I know that this is a real Morgan dollar and not a fake Morgan dollar, or let's say one that was stamped onto a new planchet to look old?
Well, I mean, there's several different tests that you can put it through to test. I mean, you can measure it. You can test it with a Sigma.
Weigh it.
You could weigh it. You could do the ice cube test.
And there's a lot of tests you can do, and
know your coins. Look at them, know them, and see if there's any imperfections or something that doesn't match, that's not right on the coin. Look at a book and compare them.
So look at fine details like the arrows down here at the bottom. Here, I'm going to go big for a second.
Lick it. Silver will kill bacteria on your tongue. The magnet. Yes, the magnet test as well.
Okay, don't lick these things, but the arrow fletchings, I think is the right word. Those will differ by the year. So there are certain telltale signs you can look at.
And this is a good tip too, is always carry a magnet with you.
Always carry a magnet.
I carry a scale with me. I don't carry a magnet, but maybe I should. But I do have a scale in my.
I'm going to ping this and see if you guys can hear that.
And the sound too, and you can kind of, maybe you don't even need that. You could just thump it, and you can hear the sound too sometimes, or hit it with a pencil or something. I have a scale that I carry with me, and my keychain is a loop too, so you could look and see. There you go.
Yay!
So what is that, real or is that fake? Here's a fake one, I know for sure.
Okay. Okay, so
that's the fake. I don't know if you can tell the difference on there, but there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
This one's real. This one's fake. And this will pass this will actually pass the magnet test.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
Still and wait, hi, Blue Moon.
The other thing, when I use my Sigma machine, which a friend's borrowing my Sigma right now, but when I use the Sigma machine,
Eagle Steve said, Nick, drug dealers carry scales too. Oh my goodness!
No doing drug deals at the coin shop either.
Yeah, but I do. Because that's just a really good.
No out of front of our house.
A lot of times it's going to be a discrepancy in the weight of so.
There is. So
When
what
the
I've noticed
marks
with
are
real and
there.
fake, weight's different. When you put it onto a
The
Sigma
size.
machine, it'll be outside the brackets just a little bit. It could still have some silver in it. There's a lot of ways to test it.
Yeah.
So Big Trader doesn't buy junk or back ordered for that reason.
It's always good to just buy something reputable. You don't have to worry about it.
So if you're buying junk, buy it from a store.
Thank you, UFO.
And, I've gotten pretty good with junk. I can tell, I haven't really heard of anybody trying to counterfeit dimes. But
and you can really look at the junk silver too. I mean, you can see.
You can look through it.
You can look through it, and you're going to see a pretty like white color compared to all the other. I mean, you can definitely tell that that's silver and not clad. So it's just really getting to know and research and learn. Educate yourself.
So let me ask you, Nick, what have you seen in coin stores? I know you don't have one that's super close to you, but have you seen crazy stuff going on inside?
No, the only I miss Jim. he retired at 90, but because it's a small shop, he had somebody come in and ask about a couple Morgans, and then he said, I want a whole tube of Morgans, and they were out of staters, and they came through and they just walked out with like a whole tube of Morgans and just stole them. And that really upset him, of course. But don't steal, don't take. There's a lot of coin stores, though, I've noticed, like Jim, he had prices on everything. And then there's some coin stores I go into and they don't have prices on anything because, silver's always up and down. But Jim, he pretty much had a price tag on everything. So, and I liked that because I knew exactly how much I would have to pay and I didn't have to keep asking him, how much is this going for? But no, there wasn't anything crazy there. And plus the other side was guns. So it's a little bit of, you had the coin side and he ran the coin side. And then on the other side, his son-in-law ran the guns. And I mean, I'm not, big guns. So that's why I love that coin store because my husband would go with me and I'd be like, okay, buy yourself a gun. And then that way I could get all the coins I wanted.
There you go.
Kind of like that.
One thing I want to point out that Nickel has on here too is Morgan Eagles and Pandas tend to be the ones that we see the most fakes of.
Right.
So it's also know what kind of coins are usually fake. I don't see a lot of the more modern
my journey.
High premium coins is maybe the way to put it, Nick. The Star Wars coins, the pop culture type coins, you tend to not see those get really duplicated. They have lower mintages. There's smaller populations for them. But with anything, if you're buying from a reputable place that tests their metals and guarantees it, you're going to be the safest doing that. If you're buying it from an individual, you better test every piece of it.
I just go under the assumption that anything can be faked. Anything can be faked. Just
here's fake. Let Sean, what are those? Is that fake silver or what?
This is so fake silver.
Like, how much does that weigh in your hand?
Yeah, that's true.
Very much.
Very true.
A pound, maybe 2 pounds or so at the most.
Yeah. It weighs a lot less than silver weighs.
Yeah. This is not to try to tell the audience that I've got all these silver bars. I'm trying to I guess what do the kids call it? Stunting or whatever. I'm so my age. I'm
flexing. You're flexing.
Flexing. There it is.
Flexing.
Yeah, I'm not trying to flex fake silver. There you go. Yeah,
I've been working out. Snow. Look at that.
Nick's got a muscle.
I got more than one.
She got two. She got 2 muscles.
Look at that.
Pop a pump, man. The big pop a pump.
No, I can arm wrestle. Look I can see through my shirt.
Copper bars and aluminum bars. It's part of my projects I do. I melt down metals and stuff, and I started doing it last year as a hobby. Kind of got into it during the pandemic. We were all locked away with nothing to do.
My silver dream, good to see you.
This is how I actually came upon all of you guys. Actually, was I got into a multi-metal channel called Big Stacked out of Australia. Guy's got almost 2 million people. He's got some awesome stuff he does. So I started melting metal, just kind of learning from him. And the next thing you know, it was called.
You really know
stacking metals, and then I found Stacking Surfer, and then he became Empire, and found all you guys. So this is just pet projects, though. So I'm not trying to fake that I've got $1 billion in silver up here. This is just something.
Is any of that for sale, Sean? Do you sell your copper bars and your aluminum bars? What's the comment?
It's not going to be like worth a whole lot, but it's
Oh my
I
gosh.
think we should just let Nickel up on the panel tonight. I mean,
Nickel, what are you doing, man? Are you trying to steal my show?
She's just taking over like China, man. She's got our minions in the chat right now, going through the floor of the chat into the stream, man. She's taking over like.
Okay, I am so going to introduce him to my sister now.
Oh gosh,
well,
she was here last weekend, but she's like, I'm not going on, because I tried to get her on go on YouTube with me. She's like, I'm not going on YouTube. I'm like, Sarah, just for a second. She's like, no.
Just put her on. She'd be happy. She'd be fine.
Is she like a brunette version of Nick?
We look a lot alike, yes, but she's got very dark hair and her eyes are like jet black. I mean, she's got the French, like dark skin, dark hair, yeah. But
yes, like no white in her eyes. It's just jet
black.
Well,
no, I mean there is, but they're like brown, but like dark brown. Like they're not like. I mean,
I'm just messing.
I'm telling you what.
Is this her clone sister?
This is I mean, she is the pretty one. I'm telling you right now. My sister is the pretty one, and I'm the smart one.
Whatever, you're pretty smart.
Thank you. But she really is the beauty of the family, I'll tell you.
Well, tell her to put her on, and it's.
Well, I told her. I said, "Let her go on." But no, she really is. She's the pretty one.
Fair enough.
She really is, and I mean, I'm not. I mean, she really is a very.
Does she do gold and silver too?
No, I told you I'm the smart one. Oh, thank you, Doug. But no, my sister is a beauty. She's a really, yeah.
That was the greatest ever. No, I'm the smart one.
I'm the smart one. Oh, geez.
I don't know. I can't add comments on here, Nick.
Oh, why? What is going on? I don't know what's
the Chinese, man. They're taking over. They're hacking everything pretty soon.
I don't know. So, Mod, if you guys could put Sean's channel in, it is youtube.com/@Sean.
I'm teasing.
Precious Bullion. Spelled Bullyon.
Yes, let's get him some subs. Let's
there, guys.
That'd be great. I have a whole 132 right now. And thank you
pretty much, we'll call him. He's the platinum man. He's the platinum man. He likes platinum, and he's very educated on platinum. So.
He is. So I've got two videos on my channel, guys. If you haven't seen them yet, with Sean, we're talking about platinum.
And it's interesting, if this just real quick is to intervene, if you go look at the all-time charts of silver and platinum, bro, you can just trace the lines together.
Yes,
regardless of the amount of money, the difference. But just the
I love you,
doing what it does.
Hi, Gerald.
It lines right up with silver, and I've been saying, man, the same exact things people have been saying about silver: undervalued, it's used in the markets, potential money, hedge against inflation, yada yada.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. Okay, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit on that, Sean, and then you can come back and tell me what you think about that.
You to tell me now. Why
it's very volatile, and if you look at what it was last year compared to this year, there's a big difference in the price. So, in my opinion, with platinum, if you are going to invest in platinum, it's not something you're going to want to hold. It's something you're going to want to sell right off.
Why not?
Sean, I just have to pull this up. Ken She comes on here and he's always riling us up around Bitcoin, and now he's calling platinum industrial waste.
I love it. No, you and I had a conversation last night, went very long about this type of stuff. Like the conversations that people need to have, that like it doesn't matter if it's unpleasant or not. Like if people disagree, just need to have these conversations, man. Like about how we were talking about like not to try to throw a monkey wrench in the thing, but just
Can I share something?
Oh, and look, say Gold Maple's like right behind Nickel.
Can I share something really cool, Nick, that I just got in the mail?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a channel member of mine that I also subscribe to his channel. It's JT Coin Rings.
Oh yes.
And I just had my anniversary's coming up in July, so I'm a little bit early with this, but I sent a Morgan dollar in. And I got us matching rings.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
From the same Morgan dollar.
Oh, nice.
My wife and I. So I'll be doing some videos on this, but and we may have to size them a little bit, but.
So, and what does your wife think? Has your wife seen it?
Yeah, she's seen it. She's like, what did you do?
Okay. So, I mean,
I
I'm
didn't
not
really understand it, but
I mean, they're beautiful and he did a great job, but I'm not going to be wearing,
look good.
I'm not going to be wearing a Morgan ring on my finger anytime soon.
Well,
because I like gold.
this one's much smaller. So one's thicker and
Uh-huh.
one's a little bit more dainty and smaller, but they came out amazing. So I'm
good
going to do
stuff.
a video on that. I know JT just put a video out recently that
Yeah,
had
He does good work.
amazing stuff.
the
Check out
actual
JT
thing done with this.
by the way, on YouTube. He does some amazing stuff.
So now,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
Mom,
into,
you can put his channel in there too for everybody. Would
I
be great.
agree. Platinum. I want your
JT
channel name.
coin rings.
And I'll put it in the description below. I'll put Sean's channel and I'll put JT's.
That'd be great. And then for
guys.
Tenshi, you can actually get a silver coin that has Bitcoin on it, and you can have it turned it into a ring, so you can wear a physical Bitcoin on your finger. How's
I'm
that?
not into like the rings that you're wearing, but I have found at auction, and I'm gonna win this auction too, is napkin rings, silver napkin rings, and they're gorgeous.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
a really good idea.
and I mean, and again, I go back to what you had mentioned before, Surfer. It's like, you know, having silver in plain sight, right?
Yeah.
You know, so we don't have to hide it and we don't have to put it away, because I like to display. So it is Tiffany's napkin rings. So this time I'm not selling my Tiffany. I'm going to keep this, but it's really at this another auction that I just found in my local area. And so I can't believe how cheap they are. And yes, people, they're real. You could tell by what they have on the inside with the Tiffany name and stuff. So,
so here's another point I want to make, and I don't know if this is folklore or real, but my understanding is just about everybody that has European descent has some royalty, or at least, you know, serfs and lord royalty blood. And my understanding is they had silverware. They were using silver when they were eating. They had silver goblets.
Yes.
They kept some of the, you know, disease down. And, you know, I keep seeing a lot of people taking silverware right now, melting it down at the silver refinery to get money for it. But I got thinking the other day, I'm just using stainless steel, you know, dinnerware, flatware. And, you know, we got rid of our silverware. We got rid of our gold-plated silverware a long time ago. My wife didn't want to use it anymore.
But see, my mother, I mean, that's just an old New England thing. We have to use the silver.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, getting silverware is one thing that's pretty good, because a lot of people don't think it's silverware. So if it's in your drawer, guys, unless they turn it over and see sterling silver on it, they're not going to know about it either.
Right. And I mean, I remember her polishing. That was just a big thing, but you know, a lot of that stuff was handed down within families too, and this particular stuff. So, but yeah, there was a reason to it too for them to be.
So this is a fun comment. One generation, the generation that stops polishing it, the next one will melt it. That is true.
I mean, but I remember seeing my mother at the kitchen table, always, you know, polishing silver and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that.
We got it.
So I think that's pretty cool. So you guys, we've talked about banks today. We've talked about, you know, coin shop etiquette. We've even got into, you know, fake silver, how to determine real silver. And we talked about silverware. Another question that came up, Nick, that I have a question for you on is, what about the gold to silver ratio?
Well, that's what, why we have an echo. Where's that coming from? That's what I have actually been told, that this is true. There's something to this silverware. They're healthier to eat with. I've heard that.
It is.
It is. You know, somebody told me as well, and I don't know how true this is, but they used to take Morgan dollars and throw them down the well, and that helps sanitize the water.
I heard that they put Morgan dollars in milk containers.
Oh, wow.
Milk would last longer too.
Antibacterial.
Yeah. You know, if you have, there's a,
yeah, you did,
makes it, but it's called Microban. They'll put it on like fridges and stuff. Microban uses silver. There's clothing companies now that are putting silver woven into your clothes so that your gym clothes don't reek and stink.
I did not grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, no. Well, actually, I did have a silver spoon when I was a baby. My mother had one. I still have it to this day. So.
Oh, Nick, I don't know if I want to admit that one on YouTube.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes it just. Yeah. So my mother's mother was very, and that's just a thing. Like my mother collects like china and dishes and silverware and
Well, and a lot of that's going away, though. I mean, think about it. How much do people just go get their registry when they get married, go to Target or Walmart and just
yeah.
get,
Well, and back then, I mean, like especially when my mother's mother was born in the 20s. I mean, that was just a thing back then. I mean, they just made things better back then.
what about water storage barrels? If you're storing water at your house, I bet you could put a bunch of silver in the bottom of that and hide the silver in your
Somebody else
water.
and I don't know how much there is to this either, but taking like a Morgan dollar or a new silver round and literally like wiping your hands with it as antibacterial instead of using the hand sanitizers.
I've thought about that. We could come up with like a Sandy stone, and it's like a
yeah. We're rubbing the silver.
I don't know if it's enough to kill everything. We may have to do some experiments on that, Nick.
I think that would be a great fun experiment, like pastry dish, kind of like they do with like around.
Yeah, we should do that. We'll have to do that. So if we can get Nick down here to the Long Beach Coin Show in June, we'll have Nick try out. We'll do some.
And well, you can see how dry and red my hands are. I really like to keep them washed. So I don't know if I could do the experiment. I'll use the soap. Somebody else could use the silver. I really like, and my daughter gave me all those sprays too, like real smelly good stuff of hand sanitizers. Like even before I go into work, I'll like wipe my phone down in case somebody else had used it while I wasn't there in my office and my keyboard.
Well, what about a silver case for your phone? What if we got phones that had silver cases?
Oh,
like that.
We should do that. That'd be a cool idea. I mean, make it a little heavy. It'd be a little bit of weight on your phone, but
well, no, I don't want it. I don't want too much. I don't want too much weight. But why can't we just make the phone with silver? Like the case.
Well, right now, this phone has titanium in it, so it's super strong.
Mm-hmm.
But you could maybe, I don't know, it would conduct so much electricity. It'd probably.
Oh yeah, maybe. I do have one of. I don't know if that works, but like when people come in the house, I have like this little thing plugged in. If they want to put their phone in there, it sanitizes it.
That's good too. So Nick, are you going more gold? Are you going more silver? Are you going more collectibles right now?
Right now, I'm not doing collectibles. Nope, and I'm doing more constitutional and gold right now. I'm still doing gold. I don't care what the spot price is right now. I still think it's going to keep going up. But as far as silver is concerned, though, I'm doing constitutional. I just picked up a roll of quarters at my local auction, and I got it so stinging cheap. And they're uncirculated 64s. I cannot believe these auctions right now, and it's local, and they're just fairly new auctions. And I found 3 more of them. That's where I found like the Tiffany's napkin rings. So you guys, the deals are still out there. You just got to look, really look.
Okay, so we're talking under $18 face.
Yeah.
Are we talking under $15 face?
$15.50.
What?
Dang.
Yeah. Yes. Now again, when I find these, it doesn't take long for people to, and I bought 2 sunshine rounds, like the vintage. I got $23 a piece.
Wow.
So I'm really looking for stuff that's really close to spot when it comes to silver. I'm not spending much over spot for silver and under. So
Sean, they're asking you to OC's asking you to one of your bars.
One of my bars?
Ellie, when I save money and I can get things at a good price, I'm always so excited.
My question back to OC is, when is OC going to gaw something? It's been a while.
I mean, if they want me.
Yes, they are silver heist. They are.
One of these, I will. It's up to them.
Okay, if you guys want Sean to gaw one of these,
aluminum bars,
aluminum foil bars,
perfectly hand poured.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys if you want him to gaw one of those.
Silver heist. Also, I found a couple in Massachusetts. So if you go on Auction Zip, and then you put in, of course, they single us out as New England states. Go in and look for auctions by your New England states, and then it'll ask you Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine, and in your local area. So that's how I started searching them. And there's 2 or 3 that I found tons of stuff in Massachusetts as well. But a lot of these places don't ship. And I'm thinking this prices are so good, I might even just take another trip down to Mass and pick it up myself, because they have such great local auctions.
But I think that's a good point, though, Nick. a lot of people aren't looking. And here's the other thing I've heard: when you go to a garage sale, you can always ask, "Do you have any old coins that you're trying to get rid of?"
Steve Woods was telling me about him going to garage sales and the stuff that he's picked up, and he's found a lot of great deals in jewelry and coins at garage sales. I haven't been that lucky. So with Auction Zip, it'll show you. So there's 2 local auctions that are actually you can bid online, and then a couple of them that you're not able to. But they're close enough to where I'm going to go and bid on this stuff, because I mean the prices are just too good for me not to.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So Nick, how close are you to hitting your monetization?
I haven't checked. I think 200 away.
Okay. So if any of you guys want to help Nick, go watch some of the live streams she's put out. That'll
I think I showed these 2. I picked these up at the auction, and these are salt and pepper shakers.
Oh yeah, those are really cool.
And so I'm selling these because I really don't want them.
Come on, you have to use the stuff you buy, right?
Well, no. And the reason being is because I had every intention, because I got 4 of them, of using them, but they've been sitting on this table for I don't know how long. So I keep forgetting about them. So
turn them into different spices: salt, pepper, oregano, and Old Bay.
Thank you, UFO. You can find some good deals at garage sales. I've just never found them in my area. But there's 4 auctions right now. And it's funny because I have all the ladies at work too, because there's like dishes and all this stuff, and everybody's interested in something. So we were all scanning the auctions today and putting our bids in. And matter of fact, on the way home, I was running late because I had to stop and pick up 2 of those rounds on the auction in my quarters on the way home.
And so you can, I've heard of people waiting on some auctions at eBay, being able to pick up stuff, at the very end of an auction for a good price. A lot of people are doing things on Reddit. I'd be careful with Reddit if you don't know how to use that very well. Make sure it's a real group and you vet it from someone you already know.
I have never used Reddit to buy silver, and to be honest with you, I don't even remember the last time I purchased anything from eBay, because I'm finding, like, on these auctions that, I mean, there's other ways and means that I'm finding so much stuff. And for example, on like 2 auctions ago on a Sunday, I picked up a Morgan for $50 and I flipped it that same day for 400. So, because
and then here's the thing too, you can look at estate sales. Not every estate sale goes to like an auction. There'll be people, for example, I had a doctor the other day that sent me a message, and he let someone know, he let me know that he shared my phone number with a local friend. Someone passed away, and they're finding silver all over the house and gold all over the house. Like in every drawer, there's like coins scattered all over this house. They don't know what to do with it. So
that's cool.
I need to ping them again and see if I can find them, because I would love to be able to help them understand what it is. And if they don't want it, be able to help them, move it at a good price.
And okay, so Blue Moon was just talking about Roberts, and I do enjoy the Coin Op auction and the Durbin's auction. Those are 2 auctions that I still can find great deals from, for numismatic coins. Those are 2 that are 2 of my favorites. And then Can Collectibles is on Monday nights too, and you're going to find great deals on numismatics. So check those out, because that you'll still see me there and bidding on stuff.
So here's another one too. Look for silverware that doesn't match.
Yes.
Trying to to get rid of sets that don't match anymore. That I'm okay with melting down.
Yes, I am too. So in this particular auction too, and I probably should go back and look, but also it will weigh it in grams too, so you'll know how much silver's there in case you wanted to just drop it off, and they'll probably weigh it and give you the money that way. So be careful of your prices. And sterling too is a little bit different than the cost of the $9.99 too.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but there is an app too where you can go and see how much sterling silver is going for by the grams if you need help with your pricing.
And then I think
5% a spot.
The other thing I've seen too with looking at like constitutional silver or junk, for example, is a lot of it depends on local areas and stuff too. You'll find different pricing based on the demand in your local area. So your local shop could have better prices than online, or it could be higher.
Oh yes, Ellie, it's absolutely worth it. I mean, sterling silver is absolutely.
one of the cheaper ways of getting silver.
Yeah.
So, you may find someone at the garage sale just getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a cool way. I've seen people have taken the sterling silver. Actually, this guy on YouTube, I forget what it was. It might be like Street Tips or whatever. But he did some kind of like hydroelectrolysis process with like a copper magnet and stuff, and basically put all like the silverware over here, and the magnet and the copper. I got pulled literally all the silver and like flakes and collected in like around this node thing. And it was something pure, like 5.9 silver or something like that. It was some absurd, crazy stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of, in sterling, it's 0.925.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's.
You're not going to pull it off that way if it's sterling silver. I don't think that's going to work. But if it's plated, then I think it would come off.
Well, it's a hydro thing, so it even though it's all mixed, it's a way where like it's, I don't know, I guess it's like a hydrochemical reaction where it's somehow like pulling it like away from it, like in a molecular structure. It's
I bet Nick will know this.
Yeah, Nick,
find the video and share it to you guys.
I did. Somebody explained it to me, and I totally
see it.
forgot how to calculate that. But I bet Nickel would, and if not, I'm going to ask Steve Hampton. He was here earlier. Steve Hampton had taught me how to.
Yeah, because I think a lot of sterling just goes by weight.
Yeah, but if you have something that's weighted, it is going to be different.
I know, that's the thing. So everything goes by weight.
Are not weighted. These are not weighted. So
because it's glass on top, right? But if that was like two different metals, then it would throw it off.
So Nickel, I bet Nickel does. I can't believe I forgot how that works.
0.925 and 0.950.
It's 925. Yeah.
I've never seen 0.950 sterling. I've never seen that. That's not American. I don't know. I've never seen 0.950.
0.950 is a different.
Okay, so yes, it's the standard sterling for. Well, it's the sterling, the standard for America, and then other countries like Japan are the 9.5. Okay,
So the candlesticks look like they're going to be a little tricky. If they're using, Nickel says they can use cement inside. I don't know if there's a standard weight that candlesticks would use to make sure the thing doesn't flip over. That's something probably worth researching online.
Yes, I know Steve. Steve's not here anymore. He left, and I know that he had given me the formula on what to do. But I'll go ahead and I'll ask him, and maybe we can bring that back, because that is a interesting point. So
Nick, when you found those shakers, was that at the local auction?
Yeah, it was. They were $5. All 4 of them for $5.
So when you say a local auction, is this like at you don't need to give away all your sources, but is this like at a local location that's happening?
Oh,
is
yes.
it on a regular basis?
It's actually this particular one. So there's some that you could just look on Auction Zip, and they'll show you like the catalog and pictures, and you have to physically go to that auction, or you can actually bid, or you could bid online on the Auction Zip or go to them in person. I prefer online. And yeah, literally when I go pick up my stuff, it's probably about 10 miles down the road. So yes, it's like very local. And then the other couple are probably within 20 minutes from me. So, and they're popping up everywhere. And you got to remember though, the state of Maine is an aging population. We have our state has the most senior citizens than any other state. I mean, our population's aging because all the young kids are leaving the state. We educate the kids and they leave the state, and then all the older ones are staying in the state. So a lot of a lot of people have been passing away. So,
you're staying there so you can collect all the silver. I get it.
Yeah, kind of. And it's kind of sad though, because you're looking at all these auctions and seeing all these personal items all the way up to like, pots and pans, and and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what's going to end up when I pass away, is all my stuff just on this page here selling.
It makes it real. Yeah, I did that one time with somebody. I cleaned out somebody's house, and it's like you said, it's what it's going to have. Well,
Uncle Henry.
Just speaking from personal experiences from doing that, when I've did that twice recently, a couple of years, it puts in perspective. It's like, look, the guy's gone. This stuff's still here. He didn't take it with him. Number two,
but that puts it in perspective.
It's is crap. You don't need it. Why are you holding on to it?
And that's
There's
the
a lot
truth.
of things
It's
I
like,
feel that if people are holding on to
yeah.
that, in my opinion, you're just holding things in your house and just like if you haven't used it in 6 months or don't plan to use it in 6 months, just get rid of it, sell it, trade it, get some value for it, and just why are you holding on to it? You're just leaving junk for somebody else to mostly throw away. Which what
Well, and that's
most
just
stuff
it.
ends up doing.
I'm one of those type of cleaners. It's like if I haven't used it in 6 months, or if nobody, if there's something out and it's not in its home, it's going in the trash can because I do not like mess.
Donate, throw
Yeah.
away, or trade it for something else.
Or we don't buy it at all. Number one, I don't buy knickknacks because I gotta dust them. If you don't, I'm not doing.
Hey, wait a second. I see some knickknacks behind your head there.
Oh well, that's different. That's different. And you go to my counters, and I mean, you're not gonna see the toaster up. There's a thumb. You did.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
No, the thumb means that your bandwidth connection was having issues, but it's okay now.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Oh.
Did she get the thumb? Man, first it was fireworks, then you're getting all
I
kinds
know.
of
I want to do fireworks.
Okay, how did you do the fireworks? What did you say before?
I said surprise, and it happened.
I don't know what did you do.
Surprise.
Say surprise. What happened?
Surprise.
Damn, it didn't happen.
Happy birthday.
How it worked.
Celebration.
Happy birthday.
Celebration.
Is wait. I gotta this is the truth. This is like the honest to God's truth. This is like
it's not a knick-knack.
Here's the key. Those are not knickknacks if you pull them off and look at them every once in a while.
How
often do you come down and do you hold that flip coin in like my schmeagle, my precious
Schmeagle.
Okay, I only slept with the flip coin under my pillow for at least a couple nights when I first got it. And then I moved it to my nightstand under my pillow, and I'm glad the tooth fairy didn't come.
Did you keep going missing?
So I mean, because I still, I still look at it and just, and I read the emails of our correspondence with the Patriots quite often still.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to say what was my, best thing I've ever received, and it's a clad flip coin because it's just it was on the field of Gillette Stadium. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but you do know that I have the opportunity to get a 49ers flip coin, and somebody's working on that for me right now. Steve Hampton, he knows the pilot that flies the team owners, and he talked to him and asked him if you could get him one.
That's cool.
So I probably use that as a giveaway because there's no, I mean, who would want a 49ers flip coin?
Southern California does.
A lot of people like 49ers, Nick. Come on.
I know, and I feel sorry for them because they choke every time they get to the Super Bowl, but we won't. Just
history, yeah.
You're going to open up a can of worms if you
I know. I was waiting for somebody to say something, but nobody's saying anything, so now I'm not having any fun with it. They choke too. Come on, at least beat the.
Not on that day. Not on that day. Well, your team choked, but.
Did you see what I posted about what Tom Brady said about the NFL and it being scripted?
It is.
It's not. Tom Brady said it wasn't.
It is. No, it's all scripted, Nick. You have to understand.
But Tom Brady made this great point. Tom Brady said if it was scripted, he wouldn't be playing the game. Because he says, why would I want to lose to? He said, great. Why would I want to lose to
crystals and false gods? You gonna listen to him?
Okay, so why would you want to?
Satan. I think he got so good. I think they call him the GOAT. Anyway.
He's not going to want to lose to Peyton Manning's little brother twice.
In a rigged system.
I'm going to mute
the NFL, the NBA, it's all rigged. It's all.
I'm going to mute you.
People just don't understand. It's the Roman circus. There's nothing different. It's the Roman circus. When people get mad, what do? They throw them to the center of the circus. You get bred in circuses. That's why people are so involved in sports. Like, did you know that more people were interested in what happened with Johnny Depp and that Amber Heard lady when the whole abortion thing was going down More
I don't
people
even know
wanted
what that
to
was
know about
about.
what was going on with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp in the abortion thing. This because it's
Our
all a
time's out.
distraction.
I know.
Distraction.
Nick's right now trying to figure out how to time out the guest on.
I am, because Tom Brady said if it was scripted, why would he want to lose to Peyton Manning's little brother twice? And I have to
pay $250 million. Nick, if you got paid $250 million a year, I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot of things that you'd be willing to do.
I don't think Tom Brady
and look decide about things, including like letting your ego go.
John, we're gonna wind it down here. Nick's gonna blow a gasket on us.
No, I still love her. It's all good. I still love her. I still love you guys.
Well,
I know.
I'm really debating on if I still love you right now.
Just let it go. Let it go. No, it's all just a rigged show. Let it go. Let it go. NBA, NFL, it's all rigged.
Okay, enough.
All right, one day you'll understand, and you'll be able to be free of it all.
You guys got
Elle freaking out and laughing over here, though.
She's gonna pull her hair out now. She's gonna start calling, like she's gonna start praying to Tom Brady.
Yeah, I haven't joined. No, this is hilarious.
I am the law.
Oh no!
Oh, she pulled the badge out. We don't need no stinking badges.
Gypsy's not even here, is he?
Okay, so West Texas Stacker says like he has better. No, he's not. Nick is always right. Steve Woods, you're so sweet, and I know you don't think that when it comes to Patriots, but So, Surfer, tell Nick I have better hair than her. That's great. I'd like to see it.
Wait, who said that?
Wait,
where is
West
that?
Texas Stacker. Well, the NFL just released a statement.
Actually, you got to go see. You got to go see his last live stream. He had some pretty kicking hair there.
He did, but I thought I saw it with like the dog too. The dog has great hair.
Well, I think it's the same hair. It just depends on who's wearing it.
Okay. So you're saying that wig is better than mine.
I'm not saying that, but it was a pretty good wig. It was better than Doug's wig. Doug, when we had Doug on, his wig sucked. He's got to get a better wig.
OC Stacker, I mean, he had to just get a dig in there at least once tonight.
Yeah, he did.
We should.
Well, here's the deal, guys. I'm hoping we get Nick out for the Long Beach Coin Show.
And I think it's going to happen. I'm off that whole month. And Mr. Nick says
I need to get my taxes done so we can focus on it. But let me see if I can find some things.
Get mine done.
And Mr. Nick says he needs a vacation. So I don't think your views are so far apart from what his are either. I think the timeline is just a little bit different.
Well, I don't know the timeline. What I do know is
nobody knows a timeline, but he just doesn't think it's going to happen like even within the next 5 years, because I think that we're going to end up with at least 3 large banks, but it's going to take a while to get there, and then eventually we'll end up with that one.
I'm guessing 20 years.
5 years.
I'm guessing 20 years.
Yeah, yes, and then it'll get down to that one, the Federal Reserve.
When it gets down to that point, it won't even be the Federal Reserve. Those guys will go out. It'll be the Bank for International Settlements will be the main bank.
It's going to be a world. I mean, it may even be worldwide, a world.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you read the Bible, you can in Revelations it tells you what's going to happen if you believe that. So,
and I do believe that. What's
going to happen? One world currency, one world government. They're already working on it now.
So a lot of times, I think that sometimes people want to be, fear factor and stuff, but I think it's
so here's the deal. Let me just throw this out there.
You got to remember,
don't live in fear. Okay, you don't want to live in fear. Fear is of the other side. It's the dark side, right? You don't want to go to the dark side. That's fear. What you want to do is prepare so you don't have to worry about it and think about it anymore. So
be prepared. Yes. And so what would you say is your number one thing if we, out of, collecting gold and silver, what is your number one thing that you think that people should do to start preparing?
Okay. For me, I'm in Southern California. See all that water? I can't drink that.
Okay.
Even if I had a way to desalinize it, that water's nasty. It's got all kinds of Fukushima and nuclear waste crap in it. And
that you guys are more willing to drink pool water from what I hear, like the neighbors.
So I have a way to filter my neighbor's pool water. I've got a way to store water.
I would kick your butt coming to steal my pool water.
Here's the deal. If my neighbors don't know how to filter it, we're going to make a deal. right? I'm going to find, there's probably 20 pools on my street. I'm going to find someone that doesn't have a filter that needs help, and we'll make a deal with it. But we have no streams, we have no rivers, there's no lakes.
And
right?
I do have all
Right.
those
Now we
things.
do have reservoirs, but there's a lot of people that need to tap into that reservoir. So we do have a little bit of that. We have an aquifer if you can get down to it, right? So there's some groundwater down there. But my number one thing is water. My number two thing is food. You can't eat gold and silver. You can't eat cryptos. You know, the one thing that I have an issue with some of the crypto stuff is everybody seems to think that the lights will always be on, the electricity is always going to run. The internet can be turned off. I know people don't think it can be turned off. Electricity
and Mr. Nick thing is that's one thing that he is most concerned with when it comes to banking is a blackout.
Yeah, so you can have things like that. So here's the deal:
being hacked by another country and where we can't see or get our funds, because you know, even crypto, if the computers don't work, you can't get your money.
No, so your money doesn't disappear with crypto as long as there are computer chips.
I'm definitely knick-knack.
Have the blockchain on them. It will store that.
Absolutely.
Right. So there's things there, but Nick, the thing is I don't really think there's going to be like an EMP is a game over scenario. Everybody just try to figure out how to survive, but more likely it's what if your power is taken out for a week or two or a month?
And that means you have no access to funds, and that's even like ATMs. And that's just regular.
You gotta have the food and water. So that's number one.
Right. Yeah. So
if things get bad enough, that's where I think the silver and gold's going to kick in as far as money. But it's going to take a long time before, like, just like you're talking about banking going down. I'm guessing it's 6 months to a year before you're going to be doing a lot of bartering with metals.
Right. So for us, one thing that we're doing is to get completely out of debt. And that's one way we're trying to prepare, is to completely get out of debt. And of course, food. And water, but we do have a lot of those resources here in my state. So that's not something that, and we do have the filtrations and all that stuff as well. My husband does that side of it, like the food stacking and the water, and me, the gold and silver. But one of our goals is to completely get out of debt, have no debt.
I think it's a huge goal. If you're completely out of debt and you've got food and water storage, which you can continue to add to if you buy the stuff that lasts a long time. And then you have metals, right? You've got the 3 metals. You've got silver, gold, and lead.
And that's another thing too, where is lead.
You need to have that stuff. If you've got all of that, then, I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be worried about too much stuff, right? So
and also in a community too, where, you know, in your own community, find people that are like-minded, because one may have, you know, all the food, and, you know, one may be able to go hunt. I mean, you guys can help each other in a little community as well. But there's just steps that we're taking to prepare.
Yeah.
Just
like Kenshi mentioned a debt jubilee in here. I would not count on a debt jubilee. There's no guarantee something like that's going to happen. Could it happen? It could.
Now, if you take your meds, I don't know if anybody has heard of Jace Case, but you can order from Jace Case, and they'll send you antibiotics. And
I've heard of that. I haven't done that yet, but I've been thinking about that.
I do have a couple of them, because the first one is free, and I'll give you that code, and I'll do that next time, because I've been meaning to show you the Jace Case, because we get several in. I think you can order so many a month. And so my husband just has that on rotation, and it's got things in there as far as, you know, antibiotics, different type of antibiotics for this, and like antibiotic drops and stuff to put in water. So that is something that I would promote.
So toilet paper, I don't stack toilet paper. There's other ways to clean
it up. I so do.
So I have some, but I don't go crazy stacking it. There's other ways to deal with that.
I will, and I'm sorry, but I'll have to come back and get that information. I wasn't prepared for tonight to do that. Hi, Daydreamer, but I will get all that information and show you on the next live stream.
And then there's another company that does things like medical kits, like to do surgeries, which I think is a little sketchy. I really don't want my kids operating on me.
No, and if you have a cut too, you know, even back in the Civil War, you know what they used?
Honey.
Huh?
Honey.
Super glue.
That too.
Super glue, and there's disinfect. Okay, I'll do that, Ellie. There's disinfectant in super glue.
So what you do is you glue a silver eagle onto your arm.
There you go. And so antibacterial right there. No gangrene for you. But
Okay,
no,
that's
these
not
are
advice. Please don't glue silver
yeah.
eagles to your arm.
But I mean, I'm not here to give you like financial advice or medical advice, but sometimes save your antibiotics too. That if you have some that are left over, just because the
Or your
expiration
medicine.
date is out of date, does not mean you can't take it. It just means it may not be as strong as it had been before the expiration date.
So you got that.
Those who need insulin or insulin dependent. I mean, this already showed you how the supply chains can easily be shattered, and most people
And
need
that's
insulin.
true too. And there was at a time too where it was hard to get antibiotics.
Anything.
It is. So, but here's the thing: if you have a lot of old stuff too, you just got to be aware that the potency of things fall over time with medications.
But still, it's better than nothing.
Someone mentioned colloidal. I actually make my own colloidal silver, if you guys know what that stuff is.
I do, and I really would like to get into that a little bit more on a program, talking about that. I do know somebody else in the community that is really big
when they're sick, and I just make it. I've got 2 silver rods. There's a way to set it up.
I think that I don't know if a lot of people know, but I think that would be a good show to actually talk about that. Also, pets. If you have pets and they go to the vet and they get an antibiotic, a lot of they're the same drugs that we humans take as well.
Same thing.
They're the same exact thing. So it's just cheaper. So if your pet has some antibiotics left over,
if you need antibiotics, go borrow your neighbor's pet.
Yes, their pet. Go get their pet. Yes, because it's the same. It's the same medication. It's not any different from what we take. So I have a vet that's a friend of ours, and so if you can't get to the doctor and you have an earache, we just call our vet friend. We get some antibiotics.
Speaking of pet medicine and humans, I heard something interesting the other day. It was an interesting testimonial, and from a guy, and actually it was the same thing happened from another guy a couple years later. Some guy had stage 4 cancer. Doctor told me, you got a couple months to live, basically. So the guy was willing to just try whatever he was willing to do, and he ended up taking what do you call it? Like some heart warmer pills, like Safeguard from dogs. A few months later, he cured himself.
Wow, are you kidding? Wow,
not kidding. Said something about basically like
I do stack.
I have my thoughts on the whole pharmaceutical stuff and where it all begins. If you look up what pharmaceutical is from and stuff, but
that's interesting.
Apparently, a heart warmer thing for dogs ended up basically curing his cancer. I mean, you look at the whole thing Joe Rogan was talking about with the horse pills during the COVID virus. They were trying to shut that stuff down. So it makes you want to think as crazy as it sounds. You got to wonder,
I mean,
crazy as it sounds, why are they trying to cancel the information if there wasn't something there? If it was just a load of crap, they would then just if it had no validity, then there's no reason to cancel it. If it's something that you're talking like, oh, the sky is green, you don't need to cancel that speech because everyone look up and say the sky's not green.
Now,
Sean, a lot of the stuff that stuff that's on the screen there, we won't put it by name because that'll get you blocked on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
You say it. Yeah,
that stuff helped me and my family out tremendously.
I was just going to say, for me, it was a game changer. I didn't take it the first time I had it, but the second time I did, it was a game changer.
Real.
And I didn't get the animal version. I had the human version that came in from India. So
okay, so I would like to get how you got those because I was taking the vet version, and
she likes the potent stuff.
And my husband, he would get the syringe for me, and he would put it in my orange juice. And
yeah, it's actually one of the most prescribed medications on the planet.
But you look on the web, and you'll see that it's cuckoo. They'll think you're cuckoo.
But here's the thing: it worked really well, and per the law, you couldn't have something work really well and get all the other stuff passed that they wanted to get passed. So to your point, Sean, there's a game being played there. There was billions of dollars at stake and at risk, and they went with it. So, you got to do your homework on stuff. I know Kenshi was mentioning blue people from doing colloidal. There's one dude that got that from drinking a ton of it very potently every day. I'm not blue, and I've
there's precautions in anything that we take. It's not just
don't overdo it. Don't go crazy.
And remember, it goes by weight. you know, you've got to know your weight. And a lot of these
There's
medications go
potency
by
to
weight.
things too. So
Yeah.
you got to be smart about it. You got to look it up. You got to try things out.
Oh, I'm sorry, West Texas Stacker. That's bad. I hope she's better now, but I hope he does. I don't get, and a lot of it is big pharma, and I can get political right now with the big pharma, but you know, just go look to see who has the biggest contracts with the U.S. government, and that's all I'm going to say.
The military.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, do you know where the word pharmaceutical comes from?
No.
It comes the Greek word pharmakoukia.
Okay.
Let me help you all out before you start Googling things. Pharmakoukia is black magic. It's a poison.
Oh.
So you believe what you want, but I'm just saying, it's all about our words. Pharmakoukia is where it comes from.
Well, that's not far-fetched because
you got to look at where when the medical field went into that direction. It has a lot to do with oil and big oil and the people that controlled that and all the money they donated to the medical field and stuff. So I don't want to go down too far into the conspiracy theory of that stuff. But what I will tell you is that there's stuff you can go research and learn about and kind of figure out for your own self.
I mean, you think about like chemotherapy. It's really killing you and killing the cancer at the same time, right? So, you know, that's not far-fetched from that, you know, definition that you gave us, even when you're just talking about.
Why do you think when you look on these look at all the drug commercials? It's a bunch of middle-aged people holding hands, smiling, happy, sitting in the club when the mood's right, or then you look at the side effects.
We'll be watching that in my
headache, stomachache, dizziness, thoughts of suicide. You might try to do this. You might die. And then so you take the medicine, right? And then 6 months later, you start having problems. This is why you also have the commercials. If you or your loved one took this drug, you're entitled to a class action lawsuit. Call the office of this guy. This guy
may cause death
now.
So when we see those commercials, and they'll say like, "Oh, anal leakage and all this, you know,
dollars. Lawyers make some money, and the poor guy gets screwed. It's all
of course, that's how it always is. So when you're like watching these commercials and they're listing all of these side effects and the like anal leakage and like you know, they cause death and stuff.
That wasn't the one I was going to bring up.
My daughter's always like, sign me up. That's something I want. Sign me. You know, just teasing because of all these.
What happens is every description of side effects is the exact thing you're trying to solve, right?
Exactly.
So they cover their butt with everything. I mean, honestly, they shouldn't be allowed to advertise. Is the issue?
It's funny you say that because this again, just bear with me. This is a little funny, little crude, but I'll be PG. There was a drug for like depression, right? The guy was some.
That's true.
If Randy's here, Randy is what I'm talking about. It was a little egg and a little rain cloud kept following him in the thing. And when he took the medicine, the rain cloud went away from the egg. But some of the side effects was like, okay, erectile dysfunction. Okay, so like you're no longer depressed. You're trying to go find somebody, but now you can't even perform. So it's a. I know, surfer. I know you're all like, this is crazy. I'm sorry. It's PG. It's PG-13, but it's like either way, the medicine is counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish.
What are you trying to accomplish?
You're trying to get better.
Now we've gone to repopulation of the planet. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, that was kind of funny and right wing. I thought probably a bunch of LOLs in the I can't see the chat right now. It's probably a bunch of LOLs.
I just want to know what you're I mean,
he's all red right now. He's all red. I'm sorry.
I'm red. I'm sorry, guys.
That was kind of funny. I know. I didn't prepare you all for that. That was kind of.
Thank you for you know, keeping it PG.
I think we just got demonetized.
My bad. They can't cancel me.
Sean, you're gonna have to sell your fake silver. You're gonna have to send your fake silver bar.
I'm at the gold all now. Gold, you get a bar. Everyone gets a bar.
Here's what I will throw out.
Oh my gosh, it's 11 o'clock.
My plight in life for my family has been medical. So we have had to try everything. We've been to Mexico. We've been to different states. We've worked with dozens of doctors. And the stuff that we end up having to deal with is not easy to fix. And it works for a while and you got to find a new way to do it. None of the normal doctors can figure it out because
Ellie, don't encourage.
There's not a pill you can take for it. Okay. And I'm talking things that are more like autoimmune. So they're kind of crazier things you have to deal with. So, you know, I've dealt with all of that. Crippling ADHD. Hey, I got ADHD like bad. I was studied when I was a kid for ADHD, and I think I'm doing pretty good now. But you know, there's a lot of things we all have to deal with and try to figure out. But what
Sean, here we go.
out there, Nick, to kind of finish that conversation is a lot of this comes down to what do you need to be most prepared with? If you're on some kind of life-saving medication, you should probably have extra of that.
Or find out how you can get extra, because a lot of times insurance companies won't allow you to get extra. So, you know, talk to your doctor about and ask them for samples.
That's huge, man.
So, you know, you could ask your doctor. A lot of times that they get these from the pharmacy companies that come around, ask them for samples. Ask them, and even if you don't have, like, ask them for samples of antibiotics to put in your stash. I know I do every time I go in. I'll say, Doc, what can you give me? I need samples. And you know what? They would be surprised. I come home with antibiotic samples. Now,
I'm just imagining Nick is like,
you want to try something?
Nick's like, I need some samples. I had an extra one of these in the house. Can I get some?
Nick's a drug dealer now. She exposed herself.
No.
You got any of that good stuff? I need the good stuff.
They don't give you samples of the good stuff. And besides, no, I don't take the good stuff. But antibiotics or even like, well, they did offer the blue pill, but I was like, nobody needs any samples of that. Thank you very much.
We went up. Now we're off the rails. We're off the rails.
Mr. Nick, come save this conversation.
You guys, go to the doctor, ask them for samples. They do have samples. They'll give you that.
All right, now she just did my
How did this go sideways so quick?
It went sideways for that guy's name in the chat group right now.
Take me off. Take me off.
Take her off tonight. She doesn't like up in front. Close the picture now. She starts the eye roll, yeah.
Take me off, server.
Take me off. She said.
My face is completely red now.
You're so red. You're so red.
He's even redder now. He's gonna have a heart attack. Help him out.
Calling Mr. Nick.
Calling Mr. Nick. Help. We need medic. Corman.
Oh my gosh.
Help me, Jesus. Somebody come. Take the wheel.
Yes. Please, somebody come take. But yes, ask your doctor for
if we can't laugh on a Friday night, why not? I can't see the chat. I don't know whether people are laughing at me or laughing along with us. So like this guy
Sean, the question is, in the Matrix, what's the red pill and what's the blue pill?
Red pill is basically a code finder. So when you're hooked into the Matrix, you have basically a digital signal broadcast out. Okay. Red pill is basically where they were able to basically unlock you from your sleep, so where in the real world they could find you like a GPS signal. You had to eat a pill to put up like a iPhone here I am thing for the real world.
Why don't we have any red pills? You can't go to the doc and get a red pill. I don't think there's anything that's red.
Nah, just go to sleep. Blue pill, have fun, go to sleep. They don't want you to be red pill. They want you just to have your fun, do your Netflix and chill, stay to your 9 to 5. And like the guy said in the chat a little while ago, they're taking you down to 500 million. Basically, they're doing it slowly. Take a bar of soap. You start with a big bar of soap. After 2 weeks, it's a little smaller, but it's not like that much smaller. After about a month or 2 months or so, it becomes so small. Oh my God, you need soap. They're gonna just slowly take it, slowly, little by little, slowly drip on people. Anyway, I'm going off the rails.
Oh my word, West Texas stacker.
My bad. They're like, that's it. We're never having Sean ever again. We're just gonna tell them like we just want to do our own thing now. We have to politely tell them like we're too much for TV. You're gonna get us canceled. You're gonna get us demonetized and remonetized and demonetized and every time.
I think they're gonna fire us completely. I think we're gone.
I think we're fine. None of our channels are big enough yet to.
Me. I'm the guy who not catching this stuff. Okay. I told you, sir, they can't cancel me. I'm uncancelable. I'm the guy willing to take what's going to be said. They can't. I dare they cancel me. I'm like the
They
Simpsons.
cancel
They
me
can't
because
cancel
I'm not
me.
even.
I'm
They
like
can't
I'm
cancel
like the
something they don't know
Simpsons.
about.
They just keep showing. They just keep going, man.
So here you go. Look, for those of you taking the blue pill, you're living in an illusion.
It's true.
Well, ask the lady friend if that's an illusion first.
I think it's the thing I just thought of that's really bad. Okay, this is bad. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to recommend that you don't get the horse. I'm going to recommend you don't get the veterinarian horse version of it.
Do they have that?
I don't know, but don't buy it. I'm just saying.
You'd probably die.
You'd probably have a heart attack.
You probably kill your lady friend too.
I can't go to work. Why not? I can't leave my house. I'm under
hey guys, real quick. Sean's microphone's having issues. We could not fix it earlier.
Yes, it's not usually like this, so we're just giving him a. I had to take. Oh my gosh, I had to take.
I got cheap technology. I need to upgrade.
We're not going to put some of your comments up on here. That's for sure.
My comments or their comments?
Oh, they're just giving you a hard time. I mean, it's 11 o'clock my time. I mean, my heater went on.
I'm still going. We're having fun.
We are having fun.
We're having fun.
I am. I'm afraid to.
Three of us have gone together and been on live together. Teach you like surfers.
We always have fun. This is a great conversation tonight.
50 different clients and traveling around the world, and you're either like up there with Snow or wrestling Bigfoot or doing office work and stuff, and I'm kind of like looking for a car and doing that stuff basically.
All right, last thing, and then we got to wind down here too.
Because I'm afraid to ask Mr. Nick to come down and change my heater out right now with all this conversation of blue pills and stuff.
If you do, it's gonna blow up, so you might get in trouble. I don't know.
I don't want to wake him up. I don't want to give him any ideas.
Stay asleep. Stay asleep.
Sorry. Oh, geez. I need to go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Someone else said red pill versus the blue pill for the Dems and Republicans. That's interesting.
I mean, in some, well, we're not going to get political, but I was just going to say it's hard to decide who's blue and who's red right now. I mean,
look at the states that are being run by each one.
No, but they,
do we have a purple pill? Because I think a lot of purple.
No, but you tend to, Republicans go with the color red.
Of course,
red pill is usually associated with more Republican, libertarian ideals. Blue pill is a little bit more of the Democratic ideals, so it kind of fits with that.
It does. But a lot of states are purple nowadays. I mean, there's so much. People are moderate.
Well, they are, because here's what you're dealing with. Like, there's a new movie coming out soon.
Yeah, it is.
With the second Civil War, and I'm hearing it's
I can't wait for that movie. It's gonna be awesome, dude.
I believe it's very politically minded, and it has a lot to do with the current situation that's around right now. And I think it's trying to blame a certain political party of starting it and trying to do stuff. So, watch it with a grain of salt on that. But also, when you watch things like this and the other video on Netflix that was
Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, that one, you're at least getting someone's opinion of stuff that's out there. Kind of gives you an idea what they may be thinking of that's coming. So it's a prepping thing, really. The movies aren't great, but we're going to come here and meet me, and we're going to do an interview on this pier here in June.
That's the pier right there?
That's the pier.
Wow.
We're going to go over here, and we're going to get a right there.
Is that the pier
we
with
have
that
would be fun.
We have an awesome mocha mud pie that's like this.
And I love my desserts. And thank you for saying I look thinner, because now I'm going to go eat, because I got chocolate upstairs I'm going to hit right now. So that makes me, now I can have two of them. But if anybody photobombs us on that pier, I'm going to push him in the water.
There you go.
That'd be so fun. Like, those kids that were like following you that time.
What if we got photobombed by Tim or by Yankee?
Is that the same
that
pier?
would be so fun.
The First Amendment kid was like, "Get out of my face!" The First Amendment. Is that the same pier? That little weirdo kid a while ago following you was like, "First Amendment rights. Don't film me."
Oh, I don't know what happened to that guy. Like,
that was
that was the pier. My guess is that kid That kid probably has an attorney dad. That kid probably has a Ferrari at 16. We have stupid people like this around here that give their kids
that
Lambo
economic
Ferraris at
ninja
16.
and
But we probably have a lot of that. Hey, I got a quick shout out real quick here to a guy that helped me kind of get some of this stuff started, the Economic Ninja.
Oh, wow. He's awesome. In the chat. Dude, that guy is the man.
He helped me with getting my first, I think, 200 subs. And
is that right?
I've met him a couple times out at the Silver Symposium, and then also Dan from I Allegedly did a deal out in Newport Beach. And it was really great to meet him and have some great conversations. So follow his channel for sure if you guys aren't already.
I must sub him when we're done.
That's cool to hear. That guy's got a lot of good stuff. Actually, you put me onto his channel too, and I tell you what, he's got some fiery spice like I do and stuff. And I like that he's not afraid to say what needs to be said, and that be
no. And here's the thing,
I love it.
His channel has been held back for about a year from growth. It's been really hard to keep it going. He's had to create another one called the Real Estate Ninja, so you guys can go follow that one too. But he's got great stuff on real estate. You know, gold and silver is a great way to retain wealth. It's a great way to save and to do wealth insurance. Real estate, in my opinion, is a great way to actually increase that wealth and to create cash flow.
You know, real estate though, and having land is also good for later on too. If we have to grow our own food, or if we need to, if like I have a stream in my backyard, so you know, for fresh water, it's on my property. So eventually, we might just need this land just for harvest.
For sure. So, you know, I look at stuff like that here too. I've got some new equipment that I'm getting ready to put up. I'm having my wife help me with some seedlings, but I've got a way of growing 100 plants in a, I think actually it's 200 plants in a 4x6 area.
What kind of plants you growing?
They're not those plants.
You're in Cali.
I know, it's all food.
We know what California sober is.
It's all going to be food. So I'm going to start, I'm going to do a whole like stream of videos just on how to grow food hydroponically.
Oh, yes.
You only have to water it once a week. You have to put certain minerals and stuff in there, but you know.
And where would you put that? I mean, do you have to have a lot of room to?
No, it's 4 feet by 6 feet. That's all I need.
Your backyard.
Okay.
I'm in California. Our yards are tiny out here.
Oh yeah, my yard's huge, but see, I can't use my yard to grow things because I have it sprayed. Because I mean, you wouldn't be able to walk outside with all the mosquitoes, and I mean, I live in the woods.
We don't have very many bugs. Like I can't tell you the last time I've seen a mosquito in my house. I'm probably zero in like 9 years.
No, Craig. I don't grow anything in my yard. I have strawberries and blueberries and everything all in my yard, but I can't because we have it sprayed because you wouldn't be able to walk outside because of all the bugs and stuff. Because I mean, literally, I'm like in Bigfoot country, and you wouldn't want to even get in the pool with all the horse flies and stuff. If we did not literally, I had to have my exterminator come yesterday because of the stupid ladybugs because it's been so warm up here.
I don't kill ladybugs.
Well, I can't help it because if you have ladybugs around, and they were a big problem in Maine this year, thousands of them, and then they all get in the home. No, I wasn't having ladybugs anymore, but now it's cold again. So, yes, we were gonna do a greenhouse too, but I'm not gonna stop spraying my yard because ticks. We also, ticks. I don't want to get ticks.
Yeah, you don't want the ticks,
right? So I just live in the woods, and we got thick woods up here in the state of Maine. So, I mean, you could even walk to your car and not get like tons of mosquito bites and stuff. So they do. Ladybugs will bite. Yep. Oh my God. Oh, geez.
What happened? You said what?
Well, we need to do this more often. Again, you guys. So we had a great conversation tonight. It was fun. We had a lot of fun, and I think we had some good information out there too.
And if we didn't get canceled, hopefully I did cancel you guys.
No, we're good.
Well, they can cancel. Yeah. I guess we have to, really care too. Yeah.
I care. I'm trying to get a message out.
Well, yeah, but I care, but there's other platforms. This isn't the only one, is what
No, but this is the one that's probably the easiest to get going with. It's also the one that
Oh,
take
see.
out the most to help,
You got the
support
most
things.
right now going. Yeah.
I'm still I've hired editors. I'm, a lot of my videos are being edited now. I've got real costs that are coming in.
Oh
So
my gosh, look at what you've been doing though. I mean, that's been amazing. You've had about what, almost 400 to 500 people in a stream.
yeah,
And I mean, you've been really
well,
doing a lot, but you do a lot of work on your channel. You put a lot of good content and videos
Yeah,
and
you are
information.
doing a
So,
lot.
I mean, that is very well deserved. And congratulations on that too, because
Thank
you're
you.
growing very fast. And I may not agree with all of the things, but I still think that it's good to have that conversation and get it out there. So congratulations. And because you're killing it. I mean, you've grown in such a small amount of time. And it's been very impressive.
It's not me though, guys. Look,
You've put the work into it.
I have put the work
a lot
into
of
it,
work
but
into this.
I learned several years ago back in 2011, 2010, I stopped fighting. And what I mean by that is I kept trying to go a certain direction with my life where I wanted it to go.
Thank you.
And I gave up on that and I went with what opportunities presented myself. I am a very faithful person, and I prayed very hard and read my scriptures like crazy. And I'm also, I'll throw this out here. This is a little bit of religious stuff for you guys, but I'm a huge proponent of paying tithing, 10% to my
10%,
church.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons, if you read it in Ezekiel, you'll see that basically the windows of heaven are open to you when you do this. So,
well, I just want to interject just a second with that though, because I believe that everything that we have is God's anyways. It's not mine. So we should
you get to keep 90%. He's only asking for 10% back.
10%, and it's all his. It should be all his anyways. So
for sure. So I got to the point where we were 2 months in arrears of our house. My family bank had just gone down. We lost all this money, and I don't even want to say how much money it is on here because people probably won't even believe me. And then I give away everything. But it was devastating. I had to watch my dad. My dad, I had to make sure he was okay. This is like jump out of the building kind of stuff. And we had lost a lot of money, and we were down to the point where there was nothing left in the bank account. I didn't have money for food. We had one more month and we're going to lose our house. And a perfect job came in right in time. And I paid my tithing first, and perfect job came in right in time that paid all the bills, got us caught up, and we were able to get some stock in it that rose over time. And it was with a great tech company. And so things happen right in time. Since then, I have gone with the flow. And one of the things I'm going with the flow of is when I meet someone and present, if I can have them interview with me. I met Andy Scheckman. I just had a video come out today with interviews with Andy. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to interview Economic Ninja. I just haven't reached out to him yet about having him on the channel to say hi, but I'm wanting to interview more people and see where things go. And as opportunities present themselves, I'm taking them. So we've got another guy, Ted, that's come on. I've done a few videos with him. I'm still seeing where that relationship's going to go and how much time I can do. What I do know is I've gone crazy the last 2 weeks where I haven't been able to do anything. And that was one thing we talked about, Nick, is I had to pull back on my live streams because I've only got a short period of time with my daughters before they go off to college.
And you'll never get that time back too.
And so I have to be careful with that. But when opportunities present themselves, you got to take them. Mm-hmm. And that's the same with anything, guys. If you see a valid place that has a great deal on gold and silver, and you know what the product is, and you see it, don't hesitate on things. As long as
because you'll regret it. If you know it's a good deal, yeah. If you have it, don't spend it. If you don't have it though, either don't go into a lot of people just because the deal is there. If you don't have the money, don't do it. Yeah. Even if the deal is there.
And I'm going to put this out. I'm going to put this out here too. So, it is God's money, you guys. It was put. You can't create. We haven't figured out how to create gold. It can only. It comes out of
God's given us all our possessions, anyways. I mean, we're blessed, and because we're faithful.
It's there for you to be able to use it, right? We were taught. We learned how to use those metals. That there was real value in them. That there's limited availability of them. They have some great properties. So, that's why we do a lot of this stuff here. And, I'm not going to go beat up on anything else that's out there, but I'll tell you guys that, to me, this has been a great thing. Just the community is great to get involved in and get to know people.
It is because we've learned so much from each other too.
Oh, and sure.
Because we'll never know everything about everything. And I think that's one thing too. It's learning from each other.
All right, so here we go. You guys, this will be a fun thing. You have to guess my age real quick.
Okay, I'm not going to guess because I know.
So you got to guess my age. You can get it within a year because my birthday has not happened in this year yet.
Thank you, Steve Woods. We are absolutely lucky.
There you go.
And also too, I believe in your tithing, but then also offerings. They're two different things.
Yes, yes.
Tithes and offerings. You know, you have your tithe, but then you need to give and bless others as well, and that's your offerings.
For sure, and I think it goes beyond monetary stuff too, right? If you can help in a food kitchen, if you can,
It does. You're absolutely right. Even your time can be
an
offering. Your time, helping somebody paint or fix things in their home, or taking a senior citizen out shopping, getting groceries.
Laughing at some of these ages that are coming in here.
Oh.
no one
36.
36? No, I'm not that young, guys.
Well, they got a 36. That was pretty good.
So, yeah, I'm actually 65.
54. 107.
100. There we go.
65, 47, 54, 43.
You guys, if I'm 107, all I'm going to do.
True. Yes, Michael.
If I'm 107 and I can prove it, I'm just going to tell you what I eat, and we're going.
I was just going to say, can I have what you're having, please? Serve me. I want to go. I want to go bathe in your water.
No, that'd be great. So I was born in 1976. So I'm a bicentennial baby. So my favorite coin to collect until I, realized it didn't have real silver in it was the drummer boy quarters.
Some of them do, though. Some of them do have 40%.
I know, but the ones that you get out of the grocery store didn't. I just kept collecting those, and then they're gone. I had a stack of like 200 of those, and they're all gone. I don't know what happened to them.
I got a couple myself.
But my hair, I only have a couple gray hairs. I'm surprised this YouTube thing.
I have no gray hairs. I mean, it's amazing how I do not have any gray hair.
So I'm actually, let's see.
I got some, unfortunately.
Well, I don't have any, and I never will ever have any gray hair, ever.
So Nick, I'm coming up on my first year.
It's called Revlon. There's no gray in Revlon.
So I'm going to tell you guys my 1 year anniversary is coming up here.
Holy cow! You have not even. So your channel's not even a year old.
No, my channel. No, my anniversary is tomorrow. Will be my first year on YouTube.
Why didn't we do a birthday party? Thank you, Eagle Steve. Why
I've been so busy. I need to do. I was going to do a 5,000 sub party. So I want to do a 5,000 sub party.
What are you right now?
We'll do a 1 year celebration.
But what are you right now?
Well,
thank you, Ellie. How many subs do you have right now?
I don't know. Should we look?
What do you have to? Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't ask for you not to look.
Let's see where this is right now.
Oh, see.
All right, here we go. Ugh.
I can't see.
It's blank. It's the green screen.
OC, he doesn't have gray hairs yet.
But
I probably gave him a wrinkle.
There we go. There's the count, Nick.
Oh, wait a minute. Wow. 66,
so you're welcome. Duh. Okay, so we gonna have a party or what?
We need to party. So I'm working on a party. This is a giveaway for the party.
Oh, great.
We're gonna do one of these.
Congratulations, by the way, 6,650. Awesome. I mean,
in 1 year.
We're just gonna say, wow. It's not even been a year.
Well, wait.
Congratulations.
Wait. I just have to put it out there. I was sitting at 2,900 and let's see, 2,890, and I was stuck for 3 weeks and getting very discouraged. Just to put that out there, and that was last month. And in 18 days, from March 1st to March 18th, it doubled. I did more in 18 days than I did in a whole year.
Wow.
And so what I'm saying is I'm working hard, but stuff just happened. It just kind of happened.
And I'm just here. I'm just here to have conversations. No, but you put a great content as well. And that has a lot to do with it too. It's the videos, the live streams have been great. But the videos are very educational.
Let me ask this for everybody that's on here right now, because most of the people that are on right now are people that are pretty regular.
Mm-hmm.
things. What do you guys think? Do you like the direction of the coin talk show that we're doing? You know, is Tuesday a good night for us to still do it? You know, do you like the direction of where Nick's going with her channel, where SPB's going with his, where I'm going with my channel? Do you guys have any feedback for us in general while we're on this live real quick? I'd be curious to see if you've got any, you know, keep doing this. We would love to see this. Please stop doing this. Any of that kind of stuff would be great.
Well, we're getting some comments. I like it when you go to the car shows. I came over here after seeing you on Yankee. Y'all are great quality of content. It's great. Fridays are better. Fridays, I do like Fridays, but I do know there's a couple auctions that I'd like to respect that are on Friday nights as well that I don't want to step, you know, over, because there are some friends of ours in the community that, you know, we kind of like to respect their time. You guys make good time slots. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're doing an amazing job. This is Tuesday.
Some more videos.
No, this isn't Tuesday, Steve. Tonight was fantastic. I'm here. I thought we were selling blue pills. Oh my gosh.
That felt like a Tuesday. I see my tinfoil hat on.
You guys, we are not making, there's not an affiliate link for that down there.
Yeah. No, I'm not giving you a code for that one. You got to do that on your own. Flag City, long time no see, my friend.
Oh, I will tell you, I need a Friday though, just to throw it out there. Before my day ended with the most intense Friday I've ever had. I had my CEO and 4 other C-level executives for my company. My company I work for a multi-billion-dollar company, and I had all of them on a conference call. And then I had another company with all of their CEOs and C-level people. And I had to make sure this phone call was going well. That was one of the most stressful things I've done in a long time, Nick. And it was right at the end of Friday, and it was crazy. So I'm glad I need the weekend.
You need the weekend. I'd like to do I like to do a live podcast. I haven't done on my channel yet. The Broke Stacker, I need to go visit your channel. Hi, Kevin. Keevan.
We are not doing a blue pill gaw. That is not happening.
Stop it.
I look. I don't. I'm not. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't have any of those to gaw.
Seriously,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my word! I don't even know where to go from there. I kind of lost my train of thought.
Pismo Beach and all the claims you can.
Oh, thank you, Chuck Stacker. I mean. I don't even know how
well, here's what we are going to do though. SPB is going to send me some of his boxes, right? So we'll.
Oh yes.
I think what we'll do is, Nick, I think we're going to do like this really cool celebration, probably early April.
Let me see. I got one right here I can show.
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now, so we can advertise it, and we'll have some cigar boxes. We'll have
and they're really nice too. Let me see. I'm gonna just grab this here.
You're getting a bunch, Nick, by the way. You both are getting a big box.
And then I'm also going to give away these killer big safe magnets. These are huge.
UFO no jokes. Your box is on the way. Don't worry. Give it.
This is the size of a regular sticker. This is the size of the big magnet. It's like
a 5. This is one of the cigar boxes that Sean I got from Silver Heist on Silver Heist channel at the Christmas show that he does. And they you buy the box and you get silver. You get to pick the box and then you have a surprise silver round in there. And I picked this box and I love this box. I mean,
you might be getting a few more.
Oh my gosh! So I mean. So on my desk, because I have I keep things in here, you know, that I get from other channels and stuff. Hi, Matt. So I need another one because I couldn't fit everything in it. So I would love to give some to the chat, sure, but I don't, get me wrong, I'm keeping a few for me because I do this right here and I like it because I like things nice and tiny.
There'll be plenty for both of you and plenty for the community.
Well, I appreciate it.
Large boxes coming your way.
Oh my gosh, you've been working 60 hours a week.
Dude.
So Sean, these are all from Sean. So I greatly appreciate them. I love them. And of course mine is the, you know, creme of the la creme.
La creme de la creme.
That's right. So
don't forget the creme.
Yep. So I like my box. It is, and they're such good shape too. I mean, yeah, I've been impressed.
They're awesome. So we'll do a big party. And
That is sweet of him. I mean, yes, because so I said, John, can I give you some money for them? Can I give you even chip? And he's like, shut up, Nick.
I did literally say, "Shut up."
That was funny. That was hilarious. Yeah, yeah, because we know, Stormy. So he says, but it was funny. I laughed. So hi, Crypto Dream.
Gosh, you guys, look, I'm not going to Mexico to go get gauze, okay? Don't even ask.
Why would they want to go to Mexico?
They didn't even ask for Libertads. Look, if you ask for me to go get some Libertads from Mexico,
I'll go to Canada to get some gauze. How about that? I'll cross the border and get some gauze in Canada.
Oh gosh.
Canadian gauze.
Oh my gosh, that's
how I met Nick. Yes, that's Stormy's. That's right. Yep.
But we're gonna do an epic party. I may even do something like a whole Saturday where we just do a massive live stream and bring a bunch of different people on, Nick. Like have you come on, have Sean come on.
That'd be fun. Well, I'm thinking something crazy that I could do that we could have some fun with. I am thinking about cutting my hair. Maybe I could do that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't cut your hair, you'll lose your power.
No, it grows back. But I'm thinking about I've done that 2 or 3 times. Cut it for Locks of Love to donate it.
Okay. Okay.
Make it look like surfer's hair, right?
I can't cut it. I know I never say it right. Friday. Melt that flip coin. Are you kidding me? No way.
Yeah,
no.
That's not good. Well, look, maybe we can get Nick to melt the flip coin when she hits 100,000 subscribers.
No, I mean, no.
I had the furnace to do it. I have a, what's it called? A little foundry at the back that can get it up to high as it needs to get.
I couldn't
1700 degrees.
Yes, I've done it 2 or 3 times because my hair gets so long, and it doesn't take me long to grow it back out.
So Nick, I'm gonna look at this. I might do a party / like auction on a Saturday where we just have hours going. We bring on a
pool party.
Did they say bikini pool? We're not doing a bikini pool party.
The bikini? No, I mean you guys.
A bikini.
Because you guys.
I mean, either.
No,
I'm not wearing a bikini.
No, auction my hair. I cannot picture.
I'll be the guy with a t-shirt and some trunks.
And I've been kind of throwing around this idea too. We could do something where like all profits go to charity. We could do
that
something.
Would be an excellent idea. Yeah.
So
invite my sister.
Listen, maybe we bring on other staffers to have some of their sell. Like I love some of those charity auctions that they did. I
would be willing to donate some stuff to sell and for oh my gosh, you guys would if we were a bikini pool party, you guys would laugh me off the screen and like make fun of me. It would be gross.
You guys, I have to say though, I was known as Jim Carrey growing up. And I used to do the Vera DeMilo and the Fire Marshal Bill skits, but I never got in a bikini. I never got in a bikini.
I only do the bikini in the privacy of my own home, my own pool. I don't even. Yeah.
That Google Earth.
And then I, the one piece, classy one piece when I'm, at other people's pool.
What would be cool though is maybe we can do something at the beach. I just need some bodyguards so I don't get jumped if I've got silver all over a table.
Oh, but people are probably jumping more for the chocolate than they would the silver.
Oh, they're so dumb. Yeah, I mean, it's just we are going to do a lot more of those videos this summer. Like we're really going to blow that out. I want to go do one at each pier from Santa Monica all the way down to what's the lowest beach? I forget the lowest one. That's in San Diego before you hit Tijuana. But we want to do a bunch of those. That'll be really fun. I asked Tim Marshner, would you take a silver bar or a Klondike bar? And he's like, I'm taking a Klondike bar all day long. It
might be melted. And oh my gosh, Klondike bars. I'm so mad because have you seen how small they've gotten? Talk about shrinkflation. It happened in a Klondike bar.
Yeah, okay.
Short.
Let me tell you something. That's as close as you can get.
I did it perfect. Nice.
I mean, it's hard to picture you with like when we're seeing you in your videos and we're talking to have a conversation to think that that's going to come out of you.
If you maybe one of these days I'll do the full thing and I'll even dress it up and put a hat on.
We should do a skit because we could do a skit like
do the neck and everything. It's
like the front head.
What was my favorite? I really like Jim Carrey and The Grinch. That's one of our favorite movies.
The Grinch.
But I really like what was it? Pet Detective. What was that?
Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
though.
Dumb and Dumber is good
I
too.
went back and
First,
watched some of that stuff. He always has the most inappropriate stuff
over the
in those
top.
shows.
Wasn't Jim Carrey's first movie called Twice Bitten?
Oh, maybe.
you know,
Movie
Jim
with
Carrey.
No.
fire
He
stuff.
did something else about Mars, like Earth Girls Are from Mars or something.
Earth Girls are from Mars. Yeah, Earth Girls are easy. It's Damon Wayans was in that movie with him too. Yeah.
Something about Jim Carrey though too that I do respect. So I do believe in like, you know, confession and thinking the good positive thoughts is like when before he became famous and in the movies, he wrote himself like $1 million check. And he says, one day I will cash this. And he did. He made the money and he cashed, you know.
Still has
Well, look, I will tell you guys, there is something to, I'm going to call, you know, you can call it faith, you can call it law of attraction, the law of assumption. There's a lot of different names that go by it. But when you set your mind to something and you set your desire to it, you will go achieve that. Mm-hmm. Look around your life. What are you achieving? That's what you're setting your mind to also.
Well, so, your thoughts are what's actually in your heart. I mean,
it is. And they're finding that there's actually neurons in your heart. Your heart actually has kind of a brain too. And, you know, if you're sitting around an immense amount of wealth, okay, for example, and you do not have any family around you and it's just all this wealth, you've probably set your mind on wealth. If you're don't have a ton of money and you've got a lot of family around you and you're really happy, you've probably put your family around you. And, you know, the idea for me is to kind of get a good mix of all of that. I want to be able to take care of my family and go, you know, on nice vacations when I can and be able to help them.
All about balance.
And it's that balance. And so if all you're watching is like trashy crap movies, you're going to get a lot of that stuff in your life. If all you're watching is end of the world apocalyptic stuff.
You are what you feed your mind. You are what you feed your mind. And if you're feeding your mind with that trash, it's going to be garbage.
Imperial Beach. That's the one, down Imperial Beach. So we're going to do a lot of peer. I've had a few people ask for more peer videos. We'll get more of those in too. The issue is just all this stuff takes time. And I have a job that takes 50 to 60 hours a week. And then we're going to be doing more travel this year. So I'll be up in Boston more. I'll be in Dallas. I'm going to be out in
Boston.
Boston, Dallas, New Jersey. I'll probably even be out. Well, I don't know. I got to find some of the other places I'm going to be out at. But when I'm out traveling, I'll try to do some of those fun videos. Oh my gosh, that is like a total rapper thing. That is way bigger than I thought.
And believe me, I wore this. I wore this at the game the whole time.
It's Nicky Nick, Flavor Flav.
So of course, I had my Boston Celtics sweatshirt on, and then I had this.
Nick, I have an idea for us. One of these days, we're going to have to meet up in New York City. There's a jewelry store called Trax New York.
Yes.
Have you seen any of the videos? New York Trax. Trax New York.
Do you know he commented on one of my videos?
Who?
That guy that does the jewelry.
Yeah. That's awesome. So look, we got to show up to the store with one of those and find out how much it would cost to make it out of gold and do a video on that. That'd be sick.
I mean, seriously, I want a Boston Red Sox one too.
Like the whole thing out of gold with like diamonds and crap on it. I would just to have him do an estimate on it would be awesome.
I wonder if I could get a grill too.
No grills for you. You can't have a grill.
What would I do?
I couldn't do a show with you if you have a grill on.
Well, I mean, diamonds in my mouth. Come on.
I knew a guy that had one for a while.
Memories from Mardi Gras. I've never been to Mardi Gras.
I've been in the New Year's celebration. It's pretty nice. They said it Mardi Gras is intense. Said it's like you're walking. It takes you like 3 hours to walk one city block because there's so many people next to them.
This is really like gold to me, kind of.
Looks good on you.
Thank you. I really looked good at the game too. Oh, but no, I didn't get on TV, I don't think. But we got on the Jumbotron, and I saw tons of people like when they get on the Jumbotron, they're taking pictures of themselves. People, don't do that. Don't take pictures of yourself on the Jumbotron.
You didn't hide your face, did you?
No, we of course when you finally see you, my daughter's like, look, and so we just started waving. But I just find it when people are taking pictures of themselves when they're on the Jumbotron, no, that's not good. Just kind of.
No, the Jumbotron's evil because it always tries to put like people next to each other to kiss that don't.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm not
like in relationships. It's always
I'm not kissing Mr. Nick on the Jumbotron. I'd be like,
Mr. Nick.
No, unless he had a diamond ring and he was proposing.
No PDA for Mr. Nick.
Well, no. Not on Jumbotron. No.
Not on the Jumbotron.
Gross. I can't stand it. I hate to even watch it when people are kissing on the Jumbotron. I think it's disgusting.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, there's a time and place for everything, people. There's a time and place not to talk about blue pills, and that's here tonight.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
wow, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, we had fun tonight. I mean, it was really informative. We were informative tonight, but we had fun too.
You know what we should do for the
tiara and the necklace.
We should do a tiara melting.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, like I should put it in my heater, put it by my heater, and be like, "Oh darn, it melted." Oh, it was just an accident.
It's actually like all metal. The thing you'd have to actually melt it in the crucible, but
I'm just like, it's just an accident. I didn't mean.
I told Tiger, I said I'm over the tiara. He's like, if you melt it, I'm just going to send you a new one. I was like, oh my god.
The only way I'm going to tell him next time, if he's going to send me one, it has to be all real diamonds, like Catherine or the Queen would wear.
I'm serious, Nick. Trax New York. That I don't know his name. I've watched a lot of his shorts and a couple of his videos. I forget his name, but that dude is a hustler. Like he knows.
Yeah, he did. It was like really in the beginning. He commented on one of my videos.
I think that's awesome because
or it was a live stream. It wasn't a video, of course.
I
don't do many videos.
He does some amazing work, like the stuff that you're wearing right now. So that I don't even know what you call it. I call it
bling bling. I mean, because
it's bling bling. Like they would take that out, they would turn into a gold chain, right? He would show doing a gold chain, and he would take the symbol itself and have like emeralds for the green part, and some sparkly diamonds. Like it would end up being something like $500,000 or $1 million.
Yeah, and I would be so proud to wear one of those things, and I would never take it off. I wonder if you could do something with the flip coin.
Real quick on this comment, I thought those looked really cool. Those bars. I'm just not buying a lot of bars at the moment. I've got probably more bars than I should have, in my opinion, because most of the silver I'm buying is for bartering, not necessarily to ride a big, massive silver wave.
And I'm just wanting cheap because
I'm just trying to go for the less expensive. But getting something like that looks really nice, that has a cool design, I'm all for doing that. Like I've got Beskar bars. I've got I've got those kilo stack. You guys know those stacker bars that come out of South Korea? I've got like 4 of those that are kilo stackers that are expensive, but they're really cool pieces of art. And I need to bring them back and display them and have some fun with them. I want to do something with my wall over here, moving away from this background to a cooler one. And I might have those up on the wall, but I got to make a decision if I'm going to do that or not. But I'd say, if you like it, I'd get one. I think they're cool. It's silver, it's money, and you can have fun with it.
Okay, so I'm cold. And we've been on here for 2.5 hours.
Real quick for me, Nick. Liberty Coin's the place I would look at. That's local, is my favorite. They've got 2 stores. One is in Long Beach, and one is in Huntington Beach, pretty much Costa Mesa. That's probably my favorite place to go. If you do go there, let them know Stacking Surfer sent you. It just kind of helps spread the word out there. And they should have stickers out there too. And I have a couple videos with them, so you can, meet at least Cyrus from the video. But I had people say very rude stuff about Cyrus, and he no longer wants to do a video.
And that's too bad, because that's just such bad behavior. And I just can't imagine people would do that. So that's another no. It's a no. It's not a local coin store etiquette, but just be kind, people. There's just no need of it. And it goes to show a lot more about you than it does them. So just be kind.
Totally. All right, Nick, we should sign off. I need to.
Okay. So how about next week we talk about the Zelle, and I'll get all the information, the research information on that.
Yeah,
and then we do the Jace case. We could do some things with that. And we'll go from there.
When we're talking about Zelle, let's look at alternative too. Like, it'd be great to understand what can you do if Zelle's your thing.
I can tell you right now, my husband has nothing right now, but maybe we can look for something. Because I asked him, I said, well, how am I going to transfer money? He says, don't.
I will put this out as a case for crypto. I do own crypto. I need to disclaim that.
So maybe look at it. Like, couldn't you transfer crypto and pay people that way?
Yeah.
So maybe I'm not educated on that as well. So maybe you can come back and
crypto as a way of exchanging money far distances is is great. It works really well with that.
Yeah.
The problem is the price fluctuates so much that I could decide that a silver bar is worth $250, and you send me the $250 crypto. By the time I get it, and if I don't do something with it immediately, that price could go up or down.
Right. So yeah, so I have a lot of questions about that myself, but then also I'll have research too the PayPal and see if it's the same as Zelle and to see if it's being looked at. We'll look at all of them, Cash App, Venmo, the whole 9 yards, because I do think like Venmo is owned by PayPal. So we'll look at all that. We'll get into that next week. How about that?
Everything's probably owned by the same people. Is probably
it is, but we can
by
just
one person.
Yeah, but I just know that like the Zelle is like that was his number one red flag when he started looking into stuff.
I don't hate crypto. I just like to razz people about Bitcoin when they call it digital gold. I don't think it's that. I don't.
Yeah, I think there's a place for it.
Yeah, there's a place for it. I just don't trust it's going to be where you should put all of your wealth. I think there's a lot of risks that are still there. If you can buy low and sell high, freak. You're gonna make money.
I did do that one time too, and I did very well. So I think it's just balance. I mean, it's diversifying. It's not putting all your eggs into one basket.
Yeah, there are transaction fees though, and when it's hot, like Ethereum used to be. Right now, it's like you can end up spending $30 to transfer stuff from one person to the next. But when it's not hot, it was like $3. So these fees of doing the mining and going back with transactions also add up. So you have to keep all of that in mind. That's why when you see SD Bullion that says they'll take crypto, they have a higher price. It's because there's a fee in the transaction. Plus they have to take the time of converting that back into fiat to run their business. So, nothing's perfect. There's always trade-offs. All right. Welcome. Thank you, everybody.
Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
See you guys.